Welcome back to Numbers on the Board.
Numbers on the board, yes!
The guys are here. We got 20-something games left for the NBA regular season. But
Please
before we
hurry up.
talk about it, you want to get to the playoffs already?
I do.
Are y'all serious?
I do.
I don't know why you do. Your team need every game that they can
They
get.
do need every
They
game
do.
they can get.
Before we get into talking about all things hoops, I want to remind you to leave a like on the episode and subscribe to the channel. We can see what percentage of y'all are not subscribed.
I'm disappointed.
It's not enough.
That percentage is pretty damn high. So subscribe to the channel. I'll go over to the TikTok, watch the shorts, all of that, because we be putting in a little bit of overtime to get y'all some extra content.
Had our first TikTok hit over 1 million views recently.
Yes,
Yeah.
we did.
1.6, I think it's at 1.7.
We
We're
gotta do
creeping
the-
up to 2 mil.
We got to do the opposite of that video now. The
Yeah.
ugliest players in the NBA.
Do they have that?
Who
First
you-
overall pick, who you drafted.
Yeah, who you get?
First overall pick, who's the ugliest player in the league?
Current or all time?
Current.
Okay.
I don't know. That's actually tough
They
to
all
think about.
sexy to
That's tough to think about.
I gotta play that game of mine.
Okay.
Who?
Cameron Payne.
Oh, yeah.
You know, Campaign watched the show too, so that's actually crazy you would say that
That's
to
all
him.
right. That's all right.
That'd be
I'm,
funny
I'm
if
pretty
Campaign
sure
did
it ain't
watch
the
You know
first
what
time
was
he
funny?
heard it.
We was at All-Star, and then I saw you tweet something about Doc. What did you tweet about Doc?
Oh, that he didn't. That it was actually funny that he was the All-Star game coach.
And he was right in front of your face the day before, and you ain't say shit.
He was right next to the day before.
Doc, how does it feel to be the all-star coach and you ain't done nothing? 3-7. What do you
it's-
think he say to that?
He probably
Blame somebody else?
Yeah, I look at it as that it's still Adrian Griffin's thing that he should have gotten. He put in all that work throughout the whole season. I felt like he should have got. I know Doc gave him the money, he gave him the ring or whatever. Doc should have still been like, you could still coach the game. Because why would he even want to coach the game?
Well, I
He
mean,
probably
Adrian
had
Griffin
to.
is unemployed at this
Yeah.
moment.
I still
Doc
feel
Rivers
like
probably had to.
true. I would assume so. But if he had the option and he didn't let Adrian Griffin do it, that's bogus.
Well, Adrian Griffin shouldn't have got fired.
And guess what? Doc got one of his few wins that game.
did.
So,
Yes, he
hey,
did.
count it.
Speaking of wins,
Got
I
a
want to
win
give
yesterday.
I want to give a big shout out to my little bro and his team at St. Pat's. They are regional champs. They handle their business. I'm also give a shout out to my boy Michael, one of his classmates or something that go to his school. He watched us.
Oh,
wow.
So I
out to
was
Michael.
trying to show love to little bro, and he like, wait, this is your. I'm like, yeah. And he was like, man, I've been watching Kenny forever. He said he dropped that line too. I'm like, how long you been watching? He said 4 years. I'm like, oh,
We'll take that.
I'm used to the.
I've
Since
been
I was
watching
in
since I was
kindergarten. Yeah. So
When we was on tour, we got that so much.
yeah.
it kept getting,
Getting lower
younger
and
and
lower.
younger and younger, and then like y'all are line and line and line. Was not watching no damn Nets rebuild at 6.
Never really know.
At 6, you're not even interested in a rebuild.
No.
Maybe it's not the rebuild, it's the person that's doing the rebuild. You saying you there for the personality. There are people that watch the 2K videos that don't care about 2K. They there for the guy in front of the camera.
I don't care about 2K. I don't think I could ever watch a 2K video. Unless
I
it's
don't-
like,
I don't blame you.
Unless
I'm
it's like
not
to
a
make
2K video
unless it's
type
like to make a
person either.
build.
I bet you can watch mine.
That Giannis build you
What?
replicating
Oh
again.
yeah, I did watch it.
Tap into the Atlanta Hawks series. We do.
The Atlanta Hawks
It's going well. I bet
y'all-
you be entertained.
Did y'all see all them Giannis quotes from like? I'm assuming it had to come from like media day, but it's basically like everything that's going on with the coaching situation.
Who did you talk to at media day?
I talked to Jaylen Brown.
What did he say?
He's talking about Kristaps Porzingis, which I think is Kristaps has been pretty big for them.
Wait, was you who he told the thing about Bill Russell? Or was that somebody?
Nah,
else?
that was
Okay.
somebody else. That was somebody else that
Okay.
asked him if he could play with anybody all the time.
Oh, was that Brad?
I think
it
it was
was.
Brad.
It
Okay.
was, and he said Bill Russell so he can.
That inspired
Be a
the
part
hell out of
of the
Mike. You
movement.
left, but Mike came up to me like, man, Jaylen Brown just said like if he could play with it. This is how Mike is saying it too, by the way. Mike like, man, bro, Jaylen Brown just gave one of the best answers I think I've ever heard. I'm like, what? Wait, what happened? What did he say? He was just saying like, man, like he wish he could play with Bill Russell so he can walk that walk and fight that fight with him. And Mike was like, that's
Okay,
your touch,
he
Mike.
added a little sugar to it. I ain't say it was the best, like one of the best responses, but I was like, it was interesting. It was an interesting response because you probably get a real default. I want to play with Jordan. I want
Yeah.
to play with them,
Yeah.
but I don't think many people have ever really said like I want to just play with Bill Russell.
He
Somebody
won all
answered
those
that-
rings.
Somebody answered that question and said Chauncey Billups.
Really?
And I forgot who it was, but I was like, that is so surprising.
This year?
Yes.
It
I
had to
watched
have
that
been
TikTok.
someone who was probably a big, right?
Because I know Paul
don't
George
remember.
said Shaq
Or
because of the double
wing.
teams he get.
Yeah.
He said Bill Russell. So I think Donovan Mitchell might have said Shaq as well. Who the hell could have said
Somebody
Chauncey
said
Billups?
go to Brad's page. Somebody said Chauncey.
But I was talking about asking if y'all seen the quotes from Giannis, and he's basically going back and forth with the coaches, and he also talked a little bit about Damian Lillard. And I thought this was really funny. This was the quote. I got this from also Kevin. What's it called? The Athletic article from them. This one's going to start with
O'Connor.
He says, "I am his biggest fan." Talking about Dame. Good or bad, I ride with Dame until the F and N. I ride with Dame. Like I've been saying this over and over again. This is his team. Down the stretch, he's gonna get the ball, and there's nothing else we will do. I don't know how else to put it. I don't know what else to say. But at the end of the day, he has to believe it too.
Did he put the emphasis on his, or did you? That was you just reading it.
We could say both.
Okay, word.
You could say both.
Well, you saw that yesterday. Dame got
Yeah.
the big shot of the game, biggest win of the season, if you ask me, against the Minnesota Timberwolves last night. It is kind of weird to be like, hey, I'm the 2-time MVP and I won the championship here, but now the new guy is his team. I don't think that's the reality. I think it's him trying to get Dame into that mindset of taking over the games like we know he can, and we haven't seen him do necessarily as much this season.
He's trying to get him to get back to Portland, Dame.
Yeah.
And it's so far it's been a little shaky with that transition. So hopefully, I think the second half of the season we could probably see that.
I hope so too.
Yeah, because it's kind of weird to see him going through this weird season of like the efficiency's down. He's not really. He's having games where he don't even get into the 20s. You're not even used to seeing, and it's not like Giannis is a guy that takes away from him either. Like Giannis is a guy that complements him, but the facilitating has been there. He's been trying to impact the game in other ways, but last night he almost had a triple double.
Yes, he did.
Like, that was very impressive.
Yeah, I like the quote. I like what potentially the strategic planning is behind it, but I guess I'm just a different teammate and a different type of leader. I'm not gonna lie to empower nobody.
Right.
That team is Giannis's team. You know what I mean? Like I'm just not gonna do it. I would say we need. You know what I'm saying? Like that's my boy. I'm riding with him. I want him to close games out because I think he does that the best on our team. You know what I mean? And I feel comfortable being able to get in where I fit in next to him. But I ain't gonna tell him that it's my Damian Lillard is a grown ass man. He don't need me to lie to him. But
Of their 52 games this season, how many of those games do you think Damian Lillard has scored less than 20 points?
Okay,
Out of
how many again?
52.
12.
13?
The answer is 15 games. Last year, he played 58 games. How many games that season did he score under 20 points?
0.
1.
2.
6.
Oh,
So more than doubled that. But yesterday in that game against Minnesota Timberwolves, that is the reason why I still won't close the door on the Bucks as like
For
real
sure.
title contenders. That was the best game of their best win of the season. Definitely the best win in the Doc Rivers era.
That 20-2 run in that third, they just looked really
it
good.
starts on the defensive side of the ball,
Yes, it
man.
does.
When they the offense and the scoring is always going to take care of itself. I've seen plays where Damian Lillard, no matter how bad he struggles or if he's not having the same type of season, he is Damian Lillard. The name, the cachet is still there. So I've seen plenty of times where he got the ball, he commands so much attention. He got Connaughton an open three in a corner. Like Giannis is going to still bring that attention. So the defense to me is where you get it in at. Those two dudes can get you 80 points in a game if necessary. You know what I'm saying? I think defensively is stopping Karl Anthony Towns and Ant from getting 80 of their own, which we've seen them allow certain teams that I don't even think are that good get hot. You know what I'm saying? And if they can tidy it up on defense, I will become a big believer because anytime you got two guys like that on your team offensively, you always gonna have a chance.
Yeah.
But if you can't get the stops, then it kind of goes out of the window. So
Yesterday, the Timberwolves had the least amount of points they've ever scored. They've scored in a quarter this season with 13 in that third quarter. But we're seeing it. Like, I think the biggest thing for them is obviously, I think we talked about this a few episodes ago, how important Chris Middleton is to like the overall team. He's obviously out still. But since Doc Rivers has taken over, the defense has looked dramatically better. But part of that, we've seen like the offense nip a little bit, and I think that's okay. I think that's okay for the time being. When you go from a team that's in the mid-20s from defense, and I think they were number 2 in offense before Doc Rivers came to town, to see that kind of level itself out right before the playoffs would be kind of good because, again, we know what Giannis can do. Last night was it 30-13 and something, and then Dame closing it out after a terrible first half. That offense is going to be okay. Can we get them to defend? And in the Doc Rivers era, even though I think they're 4-7, the defense has been a lot better. So.
Yeah, I think if you could scheme defensively, when it comes playoff time, defensively, you can lock in a little bit better. Mm-hmm. You can scheme, you can play zone, you can like really differentiate your matchup. So I think defensively in the playoffs, I think is where we might be able to see like that shift to where we like, oh shit, they locked.
We need to be honest with you, we need to see it now.
It should happen now, but
post All-Star break,
is
like this is the stretch right here.
These last 20 games are going to be very important for them.
Because if you go into a series trying to say we're going to turn it up here, I think you're too late. I think it has to be now, post All-Star break. Everybody, this is the time where everybody in the league is turning that clock on or it's flipping that switch to say, here we go.
Giannis and Dane got to go in there, like Shaq said, and grab some people by the neck.
You know who got grabbed by the neck yesterday? Jimmy Butler.
Yeah.
Najee Marshall was on their head.
They get into a little scuffle out there.
Yeah. And it was based on nothing. It was based on nothing.
Who was it? Jose Alvarado and
Thomas Bryant.
Bro,
I'm mad
Jose
at that
Alvarado
fan.
looked so small that they're trying to get down, bro.
Yeah.
Y'all saw that fan throw something at them?
No,
I did not.
Oh, there was a clip of like a fan in the stands. Like he literally threw something. He
As
got
the
involved.
Pelicans?
Yes.
No, it had to be because he got escorted out, right? Yeah, okay. I saw him get escorted. I didn't see why he got escorted. Yeah, that's tough.
Wait, no, it was when they were fighting like by the timetable.
Imagine being that much.
timetable, yeah.
Imagine the timetable was
Scores
crazy.
table.
Imagine being that much of a glazer. Hey, don't you put your hands on Jose Alvarado. You tried to trip Duncan Roberts. I mean, you tried to trip Herb Jones. I wish I would be somewhere and I'm throwing some shit. Hey, did you just put your hands on Jalen Brunson?
Now you just banned from the arena forever.
Yeah. And
Was
Jalen
it
Brunson's
worth it?
not giving you no thank you, no nothing. Just that's how it is. No, that fight was funny because Kevin Love prevented Zion from scoring.
Yes.
Very gently prevented him from scoring. Like, wrapped him up for sure.
It was a normal hard foul.
And even Zion after the game was like, he did nothing wrong. He actually saved me from hurting myself.
Yeah.
And Jimmy comes in, and then Najee comes in, and Jimmy comes in. It was just a lot for nothing. Jimmy obviously always gonna get him a quote off.
I'm not gonna say it's for nothing. The reason being is because Jimmy Butler lives off of this type of shit, and anything that can get him charged up can ignite this team.
He said it's happening. It's about to happen.
So
he said it's about to happen. You know what time it is.
You know what's the worst thing too?
What's
After
that?
all that went down, like Tyler Hero got hurt like a couple of possessions later.
He like slipped and hurt it. Yeah.
we'll beat him next time too.
Yeah.
You know Jimmy is.
There was another quote in there too, and this kind of goes with the coaching changes.
Just him ain't getting prepared. Where that quote at?
Oh, it's not in this one.
Did y'all
At
see
least I
that?
didn't see that.
Giannis, something he don't be.
Yeah, he said he don't watch. He doesn't watch film.
I don't.
That's
believe
crazy
that
because he was talking about like part of this quote is he says, "I just had to do it. I had to be more vocal this year. Things weren't the way they were supposed to be. How can I say it? The last couple of years there used to be specific structure of things, specific culture. That's a certain way you have to do things in order for you to win games, you know." And he was talking about like I had to be in the film room and I had to point things out. Like he had to do all the things basically a coach would do.
Yeah, he's like when he said he does not watch film, that's just a lie.
Yeah.
I think the exact quote was that he doesn't watch games, not that he doesn't watch film.
Oh, okay, that's different then. That's completely different. Not watching games is fine. You don't need to be.
He says he enjoys going into the game, not knowing what the other people are doing.
So then I mean he's not watching film then, because film is like this is my matchup. This is the
At the
offensive
end of the day,
scheme.
he's lying.
Yes.
lying.
It's no way. It's no
lying.
way you're not.
That
watching
means that Adrian Griffin or Mike Budenholzer would just not allowing him to come.
You know
to
why
film
it's a
sessions.
lie? Well, I think it's a lie. It's because the last 3 months, anytime you put a mic in front of him, he's talked about how things need to change. If you're one of the people contributing to not watching film, which is film is where you notice, oh, we did this wrong defensively. We did that. If you're contributing to that, then all of the stuff you said over the last 3 months doesn't matter. And that's why I think that's not true.
Yeah. And
There's
I can
just no
even
way.
imagine constantly going into games and just not knowing what the opponent's strong, what their weaknesses is. Like, how do you even, you can't do that throughout the NBA.
He's been in the
season.
league for a decade at this point, too. A lot of it's just like, oh, I've played against LeBron 36 times. So I just know kind of, I mean, obviously not to the fine detail of watching film, but I know kind of LeBron's tendencies because I've guarded him so much. But yeah, that's definitely not true. But shout out to Giannis. He had a documentary drop, and it's pretty good.
Oh, you watched it? I haven't seen it.
I haven't seen it. Yet.
I didn't add
You
for
got to
it.
drop the mic?
I do. It has to deal with our guy in Washington. He just came after All-Star break. Jordan Poole has been coming off the bench. And I'm just kind of curious. This offseason, they're probably going to be obviously interested in trading him. Is there any team out there? Any team out there willing to buy Jordan Poole?
Are you paying him $33 million
That's
next
the
year?
thing. That's the thing.
He is a Washington Wizard for the foreseeable future.
Yeah.
No team is taking that. He's first of all, he said he was upset about being moved to the bench. He was upset about being a bench player for the Golden State Warriors. But there's nothing that he's done this season to warrant him to start anymore.
Yeah.
So like I understand not enjoying the process of coming off the bench, but like it's not like you were averaging 30 and coach is like, you know what, you sit your ass down.
Mm-hmm.
He hasn't been good. He's
This
been
is-
one of the worst in the league.
This is just I really don't even talk about Jordan Poole no more because this shit is sad.
It's
It
a lot
really
of
is.
piling
It
up
really
on him
is.
on social
And that's
media,
why I
for
say
sure.
it's like we've seen players come back, but it's like he's fallen into that hole,
I'm
man, and
really-
that contract is not helping him.
I am hoping and praying that he does come back. The only reason I say it's sad is because I feel like, and I don't even want to do this, but I feel like he's in the position he's in because of the punch.
Mm-hmm.
When they won that championship, that was supposed to be smooth sailing. He got his money. We go in. We finna work some shit out. That punch ruined the locker room, and obviously shit got awkward, and you felt like you had to break it up. They wasn't gonna give up on Draymond. You know what I'm saying? He means too much to the team, but it just
Yeah.
made it feel like you had to trade Jordan Poole. And unfortunately, they traded him to like the worst place he could be in. Jordan Poole needs something where he has some structure. And I was a person that thought maybe he can go up, maybe he would show us some things, but he really needs that structure.
I think the clip that showed it all is when there was during that timeout late in game, and he's like he's not paying attention at all, and he
Yeah.
didn't know the play, and he's like, "This is my team" type stuff. That's just can't work for you no more. You obviously it's like you're not at that type of level, and at this point you're losing value. You know?
Yeah, I just he was so good and so fun to watch in Golden State because we can see the spurts and the bad wasn't so much glorified because they wouldn't let it get that far because you had Steph, Clay, Dre, and everything around him. But in Washington, where there is nothing,
And he has to play 35 minutes.
you
a
have
night.
to. We see it full boldness, and I'm just you kind of don't understand the value of the Warriors system and how they do things until you see something like this. But at the same time, this dude had a very bright future. And now the conversation around his name is this. Well, now we're in here talking about the bad, the turnovers. Every time I'm seeing them on my timeline, I'm seeing a highlight. It's negative.
It is. Yeah.
And
The field goal percentage is like
disgusting.
disgusting. And I was thinking that too.
he don't even
'cause
got no damn 2K card. Like he only got a moments card. What's his moment this year? His biggest moment was giving it to my Knicks in the preseason.
I think Wizards fans is happy when he has a game over 20.
He
20
had
points.
what 2 30-point games this year.
He's got 3 30-point games this year.
He probably had that with the Warriors.
And I was thinking when I first started watching Jordan Poole when he was the Warriors, it wasn't even like the shot that really got me down. You could talk about the bag, but it was like his handles got him.
what?
He had 13 30-point games
With
last
the
year.
Warriors,
With the
right?
Warriors.
Yeah.
He had
Wow.
2 40-point games.
Wow, it wasn't even the shooting that really got me in. With Jordan Poole is just like the hand. I really liked his handles. I thought he had underrated handles for the league because like with those, you can get to a place where you want to do. You could break down the defense. You could do more than just score the ball. You could set up teammates, and that's going to add to your value. And still, it's like he needs to have a crazy scoring night for us to be like, man, Jordan Poole had a pretty good game tonight.
And also when you look at him playing with the Warriors, Steph always demands the best defender nightly. Klay Thompson demands a lot of respect. It's so much easier to get your shit off when you're playing next to Steph, Klay, Draymond.
Kuzma is the best
Like,
player.
yes, it's
It's
harder
just-
when the defense is like you're like number 1 or number 2 on the scouting report now.
That is a fact. But what I will say is, even when he stepped in for Steph Curry, he was doing his shit, bro.
Yeah, he was.
Jordan Poole, I just
22% of Jordan Poole's shot attempts this season are considered open, and he's shooting 29% on them. So I want to compare that to him last year. Remember that number, 29% of his shot, or
22%.
22% of his shots.
But he's shooting 29% on him.
Yeah, I'm going to go to his last year's stats. So again, playing with the Golden State Warriors, of course, things are dramatically different as far as how you're being guarded. I'm going to see where he was, 22%. somebody feel this. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Last year, 28%.
We're open.
Yeah, and that's a pretty significant
pretty
drop
good.
off as far as how open you are on a night in, night out basis. So I'd still believe in Jordan Poole's ability to become a solid NBA player. He has not been that this season. But to get back to your original question about is a team going to take a chance, I'm just going to say a hard no. It's 29 next season, then $31 million, then $34 million. So he's under contract for 3 more seasons. When you talk about $30 million, that's usually allocated to your second to third best player. He's
Right.
just not going to do that for most teams. So
My answer to that would be, if I was a betting or guessing man, I would agree with KB. But my heart will hope so.
Yeah.
You tell me that Jordan Poole could go, and they wouldn't do this because they got all of the young talent. But if he was in a different situation and it wasn't necessarily Washington, but it was Utah, I think we see a different player. Would it be great? Would it be the All-Star? I think we see a different player. I just
Y'all
think that's
Orlando could also be a team.
Nope.
no.
they have to pay Paolo and Franz in the
Yeah,
next
they
couple
do.
seasons. If
And-
they're going to use that, they're going to use it for a star.
Yeah.
All-star caliber player. $30 million is just a lot of money
F
for
it.
some
And
guy you're
also
taking a
Chicago,
chance
F
on.
it.
With Utah,
Lonzo
though,
Ball contract.
Hey, stop.
Utah's
Utah.
not happening.
Yeah,
Utah's
no.
not happening.
They got Colin Sexton.
Yeah,
and
Utah,
Keontae
Keontae George.
yes.
Yeah, it's not happening. I'm just saying
Yeah, it's
the
gonna be hard to-
environment.
It's gonna be hard to find a market for Jordan Poole. at this
Will
point.
Hardy is really coaching his ass off. It's a free-flowing offense. You got a lot of movement. You got guys who can pick and pop, pick and roll. You got floor spacers. There's some structure. Washington, they roll that ball out and they just go get it. ain't nothing thriving over there except like Kyle Kuzma, and he wanted to stay.
And Denny.
Then he's doing.
Denny.
Yeah.
But it's just like other than that,
I saw Johnny Davis playing yesterday.
come on, man.
He's on the court. That's all I can really ask for at this point.
Like I told you, the Hawk series, Johnny Davis is sitting in free agency. I mean, year 2. We went through the whole offseason. Nobody wanted him.
It's tough. That's tough.
Just sitting out there.
He had potential, but it was.
He still does.
He had a season high in minutes played last night at 21 minutes per game. Final stat line was 2 points, a turnover, 7 rebounds, 1 for 8 from the field. And I saw one of his 3-point attempts. I don't know what happened, bro. Again, I'm not a guy that watches college basketball, but that jump shot from his year at Wisconsin to now is.
How old is Johnny Davis? 22.
Let me double check that, but that sounds about right.
When you're 22, you still have some type of potential. But
He's 21. He'll be 22 in a couple days.
I'm off of it completely once I seen his shot too. I don't know what happened. His shot was very Devin Booker-esque at Wisconsin. His play style was hard-nosed, Jimmy Butler, Devin Booker body type shit. But I'm off of it. But he's still young. Yeah, that's the hope, is that you're still young. I was concerned when he go down to the G League and
his stats still weren't looking too great either.
That's all I kind of needed to see.
yeah.
Because usually guys go to the G League and they just start dogging.
But yeah, man, that Jordan Poole situation is just sad. But just only because sometimes players, they start to do their thing, they start to feel themselves, and they going to get that bag, and they want their own team, and they leave. That wasn't necessarily the situation. He got into a situation with a teammate. It went too far, and then the team struggled because of it, because they couldn't get the chemistry back on point, which that team was built on chemistry, and they were forced to really trade him, and they traded him for pennies on the dollar, really, and they sent him to a
That trade
hellhole.
looks amazing right now.
Yeah, it does.
Now, granted, Chris Paul hasn't played in 3 months at this point.
But his
it's just
contract
to
is just
to
yeah,
get
it's a
off
little
the
bit more
money.
flexible
Yeah.
with the
Get the
contract.
money off.
But yeah, man, they sent him. Even if that didn't happen, and they still eventually trade him, they probably don't trade him for just that low. He probably goes somewhere a little better than Washington.
Yeah.
Well, I think he just needed something a little bit better than Washington, man. A little bit better than Washington.
This is something that's not on our run show, but I want to ask you: How do y'all feel about the Suns?
That's a good question, because one of the things that I was going to bring up, and part of what we're doing, is like, at that bottom, what team is going to fall out? Because it's like the Suns, the Lakers, the Warriors, and there's one more team.
The Kings.
The Kings.
Yeah.
And so you mean like fall out of?
The plan?
Because the top 10 teams are set.
Yeah,
Right.
I think
Yeah.
they are.
There's a
'cause it's
4-game gap.
Houston, and then, yeah. But it's like, which one is going to be at 10?
Oh, I see what you mean. Yeah. So right now, okay, so the way it works for the people at home, the Minnesota Timberwolves and the OKC Thunder are tied for the 1 seed currently. 3 seed right now is the Clippers, tied with the Denver Nuggets, both a game and a half back. And then
Or-
we got this second gap of teams that are the Pelicans, the Mavericks, the Kings, and the Phoenix Suns all within one game of each other. And then the 9 and 10 Lakers Warriors are fighting for home court advantage of that last playing game.
And
I'm sorry.
The Mavericks now just won. So I think they now have the tiebreaker between them and the Suns.
They do.
Yes.
They do. Yep.
When I say fall out, they'll all make it for the play-in, but somebody is not going to make the playoffs.
Right.
Yeah.
Two
Right.
teams won't make the playoffs.
Correct.
And that 4 is Kings, Suns, Warriors, Lakers.
Yeah.
What 2 teams, because we're predicting the rest of the season,
We're predicting the rest of the season.
what 2 teams don't make the playoffs?
If I was a betting
This
man,
team is
Even
not.
if you say, hey, the Lakers look bogus, you still need one more.
Yeah.
Warriors, Suns, Kings. If that's even if you feel that way about the Lakers, because it's still the Lakers.
It's a team that's not in the play-in right now. I think they're gonna fall into the play-in and fall out. The Pelicans.
Why? Why?
I just
What
don't
about
have
the-
faith in them. I
because-
really don't.
I was gonna make a video about this yesterday, and I'm not saying you're wrong at all, but I just think about the way we talk about the sport, and we've talked a lot about the top 4 seeds. Obviously, they all competed for that one spot.
Pelicans 5, right?
They're 5 right now.
they were going
Dallas-
to be
How
the
many
team that I
spots
thought
above they above? Well, like to be
They
in the play-in.
close with
Are they
Dallas
like
and
2
They're,
games?
they're half a game. They're half a game
just
out of
half
the
a
play.
game.
So it's definitely possible. That's why I'm not saying that you're wrong in any way. But we talk pretty heavily about the Dallas Mavericks, especially since they're on a 7-game win streak. They made these trades. We talk about the Suns because they got Devin Booker, Kevin Durant. We talk about the Lakers. We talk about the Warriors. We don't talk about the Pelicans. And through the first 50 games of the season, they've been as consistent as possible. They have the 4th best net rating in the entire conference, and that's with them having this three-player combo of CJ, Brandon Ingram, and Zion that when they're played together, they're net like neutral, and they're still one of the better teams in the conference. And again, I'm not saying you're wrong in saying that, but it's just like this is a team that nobody's really talking about being good, and they've been good all year long.
They're the most underappreciated team in the league.
I agree.
I think they're a really
Them
good
and the
team.
Kings right now.
I
The
think
Kings
they
had
still
their
have-
flowers last year.
Yeah.
I think this is more like an internal. I think they still have some questions that they still want to figure out too. I don't think that they're going to completely be set on Brandon Ingram and Zion just as a duo yet. And I think it's still also like a thing that they don't know who to pick yet. I think they want to go Zion, but he hasn't.
It's Z. It's
Zion's
Z.
been really good.
He's been amazing. I mean, he's
I
not the
know
28
everybody
points
looks-
per game,
yeah.
but he's been damn
I know
good.
everybody looks at those first few months, but like ever since then, he's like flipped the switch and he's been.
I
playing
get
really
what
good.
Mike mean though.
No,
I
they do have
definitely
to
think
make
they
a
want to
decision.
beat Zion, but shit,
But right
that-
now it's working. There's no need to even try to fix anything.
I guess.
And I think part of the
technically it's
reason-
working, but
Yeah.
how serious do you take the Pelicans? I don't know if I'm saying they're gonna be the team that fall out, but how serious are you taking the Pelicans?
I think in a playoff series, I think they're pretty serious. I think they're good.
How
They're-
serious are you taking them? I know
They're
you
one
think
of
they're
the-
serious.
It depends on who they're playing, obviously.
What? Okay,
But I
if
think
the
they're- but I
playoffs
think
started
they're pretty
today,
serious.
if the playoffs
I
started
don't think
today,
they're a legit contender, but I think they're a serious team.
I'm
that
just asking you how serious. You're
Do you
telling
think they're
me
a
you
first round exit team, or
Right,
do you think
thank
they're
you,
a second
something.
round team? Do you think?
I know you think that they're serious. They're 5th seed, but can you give me something?
they'll probably take the Nuggets to like 6 or 7 games. I think they're that good.
I think their ceiling's probably second round exit.
Yeah,
Depending on the matchup, they're a first round exit team to me.
yeah. But I think if they do play the Nuggets, that's going to be an extended series.
What situation makes them a second round exit? Who can they possibly?
That's
match
what
up
I
with
looked at too.
Where
I said,
y'all say they going
when
to
it
the
comes to
second
the
round?
other teams, I literally look at them and I'm like, the Pelicans are missing some type of it factor that gives them that like advantage over teams. I think they're a really good team. They have their depth.
Who y'all favor them over?
I mean, I wouldn't favor them.
That
over.
top 4 locked up. So
Yeah.
don't tell me that they're gonna play
Yeah.
anybody at the bottom.
No. I was about to say if they were to somehow play the 2 seed, the Thunder. I think that's a series that they could potentially come
Give
out
me the
on.
Thunder.
I'm
bro.
taking
Stop-
the Thunder
stop
over
playing-
that. Thunder
stop
too.
playing with
I'm
me.
taking the Thunder.
Stop
I
playing with me,
agree
Derek.
with Darrick is saying that no matter who they go against, it's going to be a dogfight, and all it takes is a couple games. I'm taking
I
when
would
they
take
match
the
up against these
Thunder.
4 teams, I'm taking the 4 teams above them. But it's not like a give me them at 4. Even some might not even be give me them at 5, depending on who it is. Because the Pelicans are one of the better defensive teams in basketball. Since Zion has become the point guard, their offensive consistency has been a lot better. They got shooting, they got defense. They have all of the things except for a 1A, and all of these other teams in most cases have a 1A because Zion hasn't been that this year, even though he's been phenomenal.
Out of all these top 10 teams, right in the West, separate the 4.
Yep.
Rank the last 6 in terms of being able to beat one of the top 4 teams in a first round
I did
series.
this.
Dallas is my 1.
Yeah, Dallas is not.
Okay.
2 would be Phoenix.
That's why I asked. I
just
don't
'cause
know
of
my
KD,
confidence level in
Devin
Phoenix,
Booker.
bro.
Phoenix, I'm also a little like skeptical about.
Can we get any minutes of them playing together ever?
Give me the Mavericks. My second team is the Golden State Warriors.
I'm not mad at it.
I'm not mad at it.
I'm not mad
I'm
at
not
it.
mad
I don't think when it comes down to it, Warriors and Lakers and Phoenix is in there too. Phoenix is probably
So you're
lesser
telling
of
me
them.
the Pelicans is last ranked out of them 6 to beat a team? I know that ain't what you gonna tell me. I know that's not what you
but
gonna
I
tell
was
me.
looking at
That's
this.
the problem with it, though, because the Warriors have to win 2 games to even get a chance to go against those teams.
Potentially.
Potentially. But it's a 3 game gap. It's a lot of basketball left, and they got one of the easiest schedules left. But I'm just saying, hypothetically, if they stay 9 or 10, they have to win 2 win or go home games. Like that's hard to do no matter who's on your roster. And then you say, okay, here now you got to play against Jokic. Now you got to play against Kawhi Leonard, or now you got to play against MVP.
If there
Shea.
was any team that I'll sign me up for them because they are not the team their record is because Draymond had the situations.
Yeah.
So this second half of the season, they're like a new team. They didn't do shit at the trade deadline, but we have to look at them like they did because Draymond has
Missed
always
so much
been
time.
the most important as far as the unity. We know Steph Curry is literally the head of this by far.
Yeah.
I don't want to, but Draymond, let me not say most important. Let me dial back. What Missy Elliott said, dip it back and reverse it. The most important player is Steph Curry. But Draymond is important to their success because he does things that nobody else can come in and duplicate. And Steve Kerr is feeling like he's getting closer and closer. Maybe they're on a 3-game winning streak. Maybe he's done it already to cracking the code.
Congratulations on the bag, Steve Kerr.
Yes, congrats. It seems like he's cracking the code. Instead of just trying to see if Clay is going to figure it out, instead of dealing with the struggles of Andrew Wiggins, let's just take them back. Hey, y'all just going to play 28 minutes a game. We're going to let guys who are better complementary players or are playing better, they're going to just play. Hey, AirPods, they 10-2 in the last 12 games. AirPods is averaging like 33 minutes. Clay is dialed back to about 28. Wiggins is dialed back to about 28. You give Jonathan Kuminga more minutes. He's kind of figuring out the code there. We still haven't even seen Chris Paul back yet. I don't know what that's going to look like when he does return, but they're on to something. We have to look at them differently.
And
So
Steph Curry is playing phenomenal.
yes,
He's going through one of his best stretches in recent history. Like he set the record for most 3-pointers made in 4 consecutive games. Like that makes no sense to me.
So if you're talking about winning 2 games, sign me up for them if they even have to, because the way that they're playing right now, they could leapfrog the Lakers.
Yeah.
They could leapfrog
That's almost inevitable. No
the
disrespect.
Suns. So we'll just have to see.
The Suns have one of the toughest schedules left in basketball. I think of their 25 games, 16 or 17 of them are against teams over 500. So they have had the easiest schedule up to this point. They've played against all the deadbeat teams, and they walked out with a record of 33-24.
And last night was tough.
Last
Lost
night
to
was
the Rockets.
they were without Nurkic, they were
Yeah.
out Bradley Beal, but still that's not a game that you should be losing.
They've
or you
literally
don't wanna
had
lose.
the easiest schedule in the NBA.
Yes.
They're
And
like
they lost to Dallas the other night.
number
so
one,
did.
easiest.
Losing 2 games in a row in this tight of a Western Conference is big.
All of these games are going to matter, man.
Yeah.
And the last thing they want to do is lose 1 too many.
Yeah.
You lose 1 too many,
And
and,
I
a
saw-
lot of things change.
Suns got that. Suns are one of those teams that got that like target on their back too. Cause I swear every game or every other game, D-Book getting into it with somebody. And it don't got to be nothing serious, but it's like, okay, bet we gonna match up. I like this matchup, and I like that from a basketball perspective. It's just you getting the extra from players now.
Let
It
me
don't
ask
matter
you-
who it is.
Let me ask y'all a question. I think I see what Mike's answer is. You more confident in the Pelicans or the Suns? Because
it's
I
tough.
agree with
No.
I agree with both sides. I agree with Mike. I don't know what it is. I can't put my finger on it, but there's something about the Pelicans that hasn't locked me in. But I respect them like y'all do because they are a very good team. They're 5th in the West right now. They didn't get an All-Star. There is some disrespect around their name for them to be playing as good as they have been. They are a really solid team. You still got to respect Zion. McCollum has been better. Ingram, when he's playing, he can do what he does. Herb will lock you up. Trey Murphy. They have depth. They're winning. They definitely deserve some respect. But then I get to his point where it's like, yeah. So it's like,
I think the Suns are also in that category where it's like it's hard to really look at exactly what can I believe in? Besides KD and Devin Booker.
That's the only thing that got me.
Yeah, that's the only thing that when you look at a playoff series, you're like, man, these two are so damn good. It's hard.
I don't want to pick against KD.
Yeah. But like when you look at everything else on that roster, it's kind of mid.
Yeah, it's like Grayson Allen and
when I look at the
stuff.
bottom, like the older teams, the Warriors, the Lakers, and the Suns that are down there, I look at the Suns as like the team I feel least confident in because the Lakers, they can at least hang their hat on defense. I think for the Warriors, they can't. Shoot.
I'm just laughing because you said I think. I just thought that was funny.
It depends because their offense kind of gives up a lot of like. If their offense is struggling, their defense takes a toll too.
This recent stretch for the Lakers, when y'all have been looking pretty good, they've sacrificed so much defense for the offense now, and it's like I guess it makes works this way.
Remember when Darvin Ham was like, "This is going to be our lineup for the foreseeable future." He said, "I want to put the most skill on the floor," and it looks like we needed it.
Yeah.
You know. I think the backcourt's been shooting amazing, but Lakers can hang their hat on defense. They got a DPO. Whatever you want to consider Anthony Davis, where he is on the DPOY schedule.
There's a winner.
There's a lock already.
There's no candidates. There's a winner.
You got a defensive monster, Anthony Davis. And the Warriors, like we've been talking about, they're clicking it out.
We did that went to Instagram.
What?
And they was acting like somebody was saying something about Anthony Davis or whatever. Yeah, we was blindly ranking centers or something.
You asked me something about him. I said he's a DPOY.
And I'm like, no, I'm like, that's a wrap. It's not even close. And they in the comments like, it's not even close. Yes, it's done.
It's wrap.
The fuck you mean it's not even close?
Sorry to spoil it. That's Rudy Gobert.
It's not close.
Yeah.
And then the Warriors, they seem like they are figuring it out. I think ever since it seems like it was a stretch where Steph was kind of struggling a little bit, he had really just turned up aggressive. And that's kind of been the difference, I feel like. And having Draymond back, he just makes plays that I think other players, if they was on the Warriors, they wouldn't even think about really doing.
You know what else he's doing?
Huh?
Shooting 40% from three.
I know.
He's been doing
cash,
that all
bro.
year. It's crazy.
With the backpack on.
I thought it would fall,
Me
but
too.
the fact that he's still doing it, it's pretty impressive.
It is. Now, when your openness rate
I
is
was going to say,
100%.
I have never seen anybody run out and go contest that Draymond jumper at.
They gonna start in the playoffs?
No, they
I
not.
know they not.
I'm living with it.
Who's going to be the first person that jumps at a Draymond pump fake?
Nah, you shouldn't jump at shit.
Nobody's jumped at a Draymond pump fake in 7 years. It's
But
been
you
2015.
should start closing now.
Jumping at a Draymond Green pump fake and get you sitting next to me. Like,
Because even if you treat him like Lou Dort is shooting 40% from three this year, still nobody's contesting it. It's like we just go, if you beat us, you beat us. And that's how they're going to look at Draymond. And Draymond almost did that in the finals in 2016 where he was just
I'm
Superman.
finna say Draymond gonna beat you. Watch.
He'll get you one game.
He ain't gonna make 6, but
he going to definitely.
he gonna hit through 2 or 3.
He gonna
And
hit the
stats
ones
say
that
when he
matter.
hit 2, they damn near undefeated.
he gonna hit the one that matter. Y'all
just gonna
don't
make a
guard
joke.
Draymond if you want to. You know the Lakers in that playing game. Y'all gonna be like,
I
we
think
can
it's
leave
like
him, and he gonna.
I hear me and KB say it all the time. It's just like when a player is doing something, that game over. When Draymond hitting his threes, that's over with.
Yeah, because now you
wrap
gotta
that
add
up.
on. You already know you're
Put
getting
the kids to
5
bed.
from Steph. You getting a few from Clay.
You know, next time
Sprinkling those.
you should have traded for Grant Williams. He want to lock him up.
In the 12 games this season that Draymond has hit 2 or more threes, they are 8-4. There you go. 8-4. The game he hit his season high in threes, they lost though. So
Who was the season high 3?
4. Don't let him hit 4 because that's the recipe for a loss, I guess.
Who was that against Denver?
The Clippers.
The Clippers.
The Clippers. This is before Harden though.
Oh,
No, this is one of Harden's first games there. So tough scene.
Yeah, man. Shout out to the Pelicans. I respect y'all Pelicans.
I do agree with Mike is saying though that like this is a pivotal offseason or postseason that will determine what they do in the offseason. I saw Pelicans fans and Cavs fans on my timeline yesterday
Brandon Ingram.
agreeing to Brandon Ingram, Darius Garland swap.
Yeah.
I'm like, whoa. Like usually you see a trade like that is one fan base like, oh, we want Darius Garland. They were like kumbaya, like that one picture of the Crips and Bloods holding the thing together. Like I'm so surprised at that. And I don't know how to feel. I don't know how I would feel if that trade happened.
Darius, I feel like it's unfair for Darius.
Cleveland. Don't do it.
Bro.
Y'all gonna get Brandon Ingram for 1 year. He's leaving.
bro.
I'm telling you.
That's gonna be such a tall ass lineup though. Talking about Brandon Ingram at the 3, Evan Mobley at the 4, Jared Allen at the 5.
But then you're gonna have Donovan at your 1.
and
And then like
you-
Max Strus or Karis LeVert or something.
unless they have to be in a trade. No, both of them.
I think the money, I think
is
it's just a
fine.
1-of-1 trade makes sense financially.
There's always
crazy.
draft picks involved, and
But who's giving up draft
Yeah,
picks?
who you?
Who do you think is winning?
I don't know.
Do
Who has
the
more
do the
leverage?
Pales give up draft picks because of Brandon Ingram being on the last year of his deal and Darius Garland being secure for the next
Probably,
2,
yeah.
3?
Maybe,
And they got a bunch to throw anyway.
Yeah.
but it won't be many. It'll be one.
It'll be
Yeah,
It'll be
one.
one tops.
They got to be jumping the gun on Darius Garland though. If they like want to entertain that so much, he just hasn't had he hasn't been able to get into a groove this year at all. He's been battling injuries, and I think what really kills him is Donovan Mitchell has been immaculate. You know, not even just at scoring. I think the best thing about him this season is his passing and his playmaking and his game management. So it's just now it's we don't maybe need a small backcourt. We just got Donovan Mitchell running the show.
Darius Garland was drinking through a tube a month ago.
Yep.
Yeah.
His jaw was wired shut. I'm chilling on the idea of him not being as good anymore. He lost a lot of weight. He's trying to gain it back, and we see over his last 2 games. We saw our boy Chuck. You remember I put that in the chat.
Yeah.
They had won at that point, I think 17 of their last 20. And they lost the game to the Orlando Magic, a good basketball team without Darius Garland. And our boy Chuck, who's a Cavs fan, was like, this team is not serious. I'm bro, y'all won 17 of 20 when
They've been one of the hottest teams in the league.
Crazy.
And they lost once.
That's
and
fandom for you.
Yeah.
But you know
understand
what?
the emotion for sure.
What Donovan Mitchell is doing, it may not have shit to do with Darius Garland. It may be, hey, we got a guy who's doing all of this, and we could use this resource in another department. And that department might be Brandon Ingram. So Cavs fans, I hope they're not saying it because they think Darius Garland is trash.
Yeah.
I am more so we just don't need both of them doing the same type of thing when we can bring in more size and somebody
And
that.
DG will go to the Pelicans and he'll thrive.
Got a
Him and
lot
Zion, those lobs.
My
he's
thing with
already
the
such a great
Pelicans is that
playmaker.
it's never been the guard play to me. It's always been that 5 next to
Yeah.
Zion in the front court.
And
you
it's hard
figure
to find the right 5
Yes.
to sit next to him.
Yes.
But you know what? Yesterday, I watched that game pretty attentively. Shout out to the
With
Heat. They put it
Valanciunas,
out.
Big Val.
Him and Val have this connection that doesn't make sense because Zion would drive to the paint and be 4 feet away and find the smallest hole to get it to Val, and Val would just go straight up over and over and over again.
Valanciunas is very underrated.
He's
pretty
on the
good.
last year of his deal too, I believe.
Yes, he is.
So
He's going to have a market. Teams are going to want him.
Let's see. Before we get into our next topics, let's hear from our sponsor.
Why should you bet with Caesars Sportsbook? 2 words, Caesars Rewards. Every bet brings you closer to the type of benefits only Caesars can offer. Hotel stays, VIP experiences, sports and concert tickets, and more. It's not just an app, it's an empire.
And we back. Hey, for the people at home, I'm on the 1s and 2s. Our boy Austin is out today. So all of the production is from this mouse right here. I'm doing it.
Got a lot of technology.
That boy is a host and a producer.
I'm
all at
doing it.
once.
I'm doing
And a
it. I'm
father.
doing it
And a
where
father.
And because I'm being a parent right now.
Damn,
and a
look at
tight
you.
pants wear.
And a tight.
You know what I'm saying?
But
What is-
those at home, do y'all see how clean KB's concourse
Hey,
is?
but-
He's the only one I know that he said he only wore those once. And he only just got them, which is pretty impressive.
You know what I'm saying?
Hold up.
He the only person.
You sound like you glazing right now.
Ain't nothing wrong with glazing the man.
said he the only person
that deserves
that
to
said
be
he-
Yeah,
glazed.
what the hell?
When you deserve to be glazed, it's
Usually
okay.
your concourse usually I beat
He just got the shoes. There.
A couple
a
months
shoes he
ago.
have. I'm so very surprised he just got some concourse.
Am I hating right now, Mike, or does it just sound like
It did
Thank you,
sound like
Darrick.
it.
it sound like
Thank
okay?
you.
I mean,
okay.
if he said he never wore the shoes, I didn't expect him to get dirty sitting in the closet.
he just got them.
Yeah, he
like a
just
month
got
or two
them.
He
ago.
said he got a couple months ago.
So it's like, what the hell? What are you expecting? Oh my
He thought they was
gosh!
for the coming in there.
Oh my gosh! That's a new hoodie. I've never seen somebody with a new hoodie that has no stain on it. How do you do that?
This is new hoodie though, Nike Off-White. You feel me? Shout out, rest in peace, Virgil. Rest in peace, Virgil.
You got some dog here.
Oh my god!
Yeah, I do got some dog here.
Oh my! Finish that line, KB.
What happened to Virgil?
Your concourse is shining though.
Make me want a new pair.
That's how. That's how.
You need a new pair.
I do. Mine sound waterlogged.
Hey,
They
Squeaky.
sound.
They squeak.
You remember
Hell
Jason
no.
Voorhees?
That's because
Yeah.
your ass be walking
He said
big.
that his boots were waterproof, but they were
Filling
waterlogged at
water.
the same time.
Look like cardboard.
I missed the memo. I'm wearing sweats, but
Something had to have your feet like with some like
it's,
mildew.
it's
Something
Black
had to be
Jean
going.
Day. I see.
Them,
Yes, it is.
them boots
Black.
is crazy.
I might wear black jeans for the rest of the year, man.
It's
Black
about to be
jeans is
like
just-
it's gonna be real hot soon.
They just get black. The
Bro,
black, the
he was
diaphragm-
talking about it in the chat yesterday. Pissed me off.
What happened?
'Cause it was snowing.
It was nice as bro. Like
yeah.
it's had to be like 2-3 o'clock. It's so nice.
Beautiful
Like
day.
55.
I'm talking about kids outside,
Yeah.
birds chirping. It go like 5-6 o'clock. My girl want to step out for a little bit. It's snowing outside.
And it was
Yeah.
snowing good too.
Yeah.
It was coming out hard.
Yeah, Chicago for you, baby.
And then in a few days, it's gonna be 70.
tomorrow, I think it's gonna
My
be
wife
60.
was like, I can't believe it's snowing. I'm like, it is still February. Like
Yeah.
the can't believe stuff is when it hits 60. You know what I'm saying? The snow is pretty damn normal for February. All right, here's my next question, y'all. Who has had an underappreciated season so far? It could be a team or a player.
I mean, for me, it had kind of grouped into Zion and the Pelicans.
Okay.
We had already talked about them.
Yep.
That was like my number one thing that came to my mind, just because for them to be the 5th seed and not have an All-Star representative, and he's playing so amazing. Brandon Ingram's even having a good season. It's all just kind of like they literally fit the epitome of that statement of being underappreciated.
Not mad
They
at
get
it.
no love.
Yeah.
They like quietly. Everybody talks about all the other teams around them, but no one really talks about them.
What about you, Mike?
My team is the Grizzlies. Just what they got. The reason I say it is because I think they had as bad as they
I
are.
get where he's going though.
They've had a lot of close games where it's like for them to be missing Ja and Desmond Bane and everybody's like they're still hanging in there. So it kind of makes you interested in what they could do next season with these players and the players that they developed this year.
No, I see what you mean. They definitely do be in games, and for them to be where they, I think they've won 18 games this season. No, they won 20 games this season, and for
And
them
they
to
started
miss
off awful.
Yeah, for them to bounce back like they have, it's pretty impressive.
Not mad at it. My guy is Jabari Smith Jr.
Oh yeah,
He's not having a crazy. I'm not trying to make it seem like he's taking this huge leap, but he has looked significantly better as last year. He's one of those players, you know how sometimes you see a young player, and I think this is year 2 for Bari, and you're like, okay, he can do this, but will he be able to contribute when the team is really, really good?
Yeah.
Jabari, there is no ifs, ands, or buts about it for me. Yesterday, he started off the game 0-7. And this is going to sound stupid, y'all.
Okay.
It was a good almost it was a good 0-7. Where like on the defensive side of the ball, he's still communicating, he's still sliding, he's still playing good defense, and he never felt deterred to take the next shot. And eventually he hit one, and then he hit one of the biggest of the game and late in the fourth quarter too. I have once this team gets to the point where they're back in playoff contention and they're getting into a series or something, he's one of the guys I'm pretty damn confident is gonna contribute positively every single
He's
night.
a necessary player, and I'd like. It's kind of hard to see it now because he's so young, but like those type of players, those are like he loves winning. I know this sounds goofy, but it's like when they're in competitive games, like you said, he's very engaged. He's for every big moment. If there's a dunk, he's standing up, he's yelling. He's those type of players. They're gonna figure it out, like how else to impact the game.
Yep.
Yeah.
And right now, like the shot, obviously, you want it to be as consistent as possible alongside the defense. But man, like what he brings to the Rockets in terms of just like a connecting player, you gotta like it.
He's definitely a connector.
Yeah, his switchability has always been like his most valuable asset. And then shooting 36% for 3, and then he's rebounding the ball like crazy this year. He's had multiple games where he's had over 15 rebounds. So Jabari Smith Jr.
I think I did that similar comparison was like we had obviously Sengun and Jokic, like the baby Jokic, and then you have the baby Aaron Gordon. Just that mold of power forward that can slide down there, try to get a block shot, can step out. I think those are very valuable for centers that aren't crazy
He's gonna
at
shoot
times.
it a
Like,
lot better.
yeah, I mean, you see teams be letting like the Lou Dort treatment. Please beat us, Aaron Gordon from outside.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go with I got a few guys. One is I don't know how much underappreciated it is, but Paul George has been hooping. Paul George has been doing
These last 15 games.
he be doing his thing.
These last 15, I think he's shooting 22% from 3. And like
So that's it. The last 22 games is everything.
the last 15-ish game. No, it's not everything, but I'm just like,
I mean, last 15.
I watched like I just think about how important, how integral he is for what they need to do. To have 15 games a stretch like this scares me come April and May because they're gonna need him to be the Paul George that was an all-star. And you have in a 7-game series, you have 2 games like that. It's gonna be a tough win. And let's talk about conference finals. I feel pretty good about them.
I think they're gonna figure it out. Long as it ain't Kawhi Leonard. To me, that's my. I think James Harden is going to be a guy that can have some stretches. I think Paul George is a guy that can have some stretches. You definitely don't want it to be 15 games, but because Paul George is a two-way guy and what he does for you defensively, I'm confident that Paul George is going to find a way to put his print on the game. Relax.
Even with that, he's still shooting 39% from three, including all these bad games.
I also want to show some love to, I think, a guy we spoke on earlier, Denny. I know Washington.
He was on my list too.
Washington is in a tough spot, but Denny has been a bright spot for them. And then Keegan Murray. I think Keegan Murray, defensively, the strides he's taken for the Kings does not get talked about enough. So I want to show some love to Keegan Murray because I think everybody look at the Kings. You hear De'Aaron Fox and Sabonis, rightfully so. But I think Keegan Murray has been doing this thing for them to have like a guy who can guard.
You know what I love about the Suns? Whenever Keegan Murray scores, the commentator goes, Keegan. Then the fans go, Murray.
Yeah, the Kings.
It's a bunch of stuff wrong with that.
You said Suns.
The Suns.
You said the Suns.
I said the Suns?
Yes.
Oh, I meant to say the Kings.
And I
I'm
swear,
sorry.
bro, didn't I bring that up at the beginning of the season? I was like, that's one of my favorite things when they say Keegan Murray. And I
You
think
did.
they said that. I remember
Because
they
it's on 2K now.
Oh, it is?
I think they was also doing that a lot in the playoffs too. I don't know. I felt like I heard it in the crowd because they get really loud, and I was like, they have like the engagement on it.
Yeah.
You know, when you've been bad for so long, and now your team making some noise, you got stuff to get loud about.
And being a
Get
young
loud.
player, being in your second year, hearing Keegan, and the whole arena goes, Murray.
It's gotta be
Like
great.
that's got to be such a, like,
The Kings have been one of the teams I have not watched as much as I should the first 50 games of the year.
I agree with that.
They were like my darling the last 2 years, like my most watched team. And this year,
Damn,
I think,
the last two.
I
I
think
watched them
they
last
took,
year.
yeah, for the last 2 years, I don't know if y'all remember my preseason pick was like the Kings gonna do it, and then they
And
just.
I told you they didn't count no more because once you do it 5-6 years in a row, it don't matter. Like
but when you
lose
miss the
effectiveness.
playoffs 16 years in a row, me
Yeah.
saying 5 years ain't that bad.
Well,
I mean, I guess if you just keep saying it, eventually you're going to hit.
That's what you thought. I mean, imagine saying that in 2007.
What?
You've been waiting for another 10 years before
The
you was
King-
right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm saying. This year going to be our year?
Is that what Clippers fans going through for that championship?
Might be.
Probably. Damn. But luckily they get their own arena soon. So.
Yep.
And they get All-Star Weekend.
Yep.
So.
Wait, are we sure it's gonna be into it?
Yeah,
Dome? Okay.
Steve Ballmer, well, at least it's going to be in LA. They wanted to be in their new arena.
Okay. All right. Well, they got enough urinals for it. That's for damn sure.
For real.
Facts.
All-Star weekend out there going to be crazy.
Yeah.
It is crazy that the NBA, right after Indy, made that new rule. Though.
They was like, I think we made a mistake. Here.
Adam
we-
Silverman
Did
was
anybody
sending,
see a
Adam
list
Silverman was sending that damn
that came
traffic.
out. I know, like one of the first or top comments was like, "I wish it would show the cities that are like just automatically out from the requirements."
Yeah, because I mean, I guess it didn't tell us.
It didn't.
We don't
That's-
know
I-
who has a
I think it was
650
Portland.
square
I think
foot.
Portland was one of them.
Okay, I'm not. too
I'm
upset
okay with
about
that.
personally.
Milwaukee. I don't remember.
Oh, Milwaukee's out.
They're fighting for 2027.
Damn.
But I don't think they have the hotels.
I would actually want
And they're not an
Milwaukee
international airport.
so we could just come home again. Just drive home again.
I was happy that they did that, and what I was seeing was a lot of fans, and that's why whenever I talked about it, I had to tell, it ain't against the people of the city or anything, but I think it's very easy to comment on shit when you don't go to it. But like we're 5-time All-Stars. We go there, we have to be there.
Are we Hall of Famers? 5-time All-Star. Like we getting
5-time
there.
All-Star.
Yeah.
We have no awards though. We need a streaming award or sports Emmy.
We need that MVP.
or something.
ESPY.
you got
SB.
your credential.
Yeah,
That's not an award.
that's like
What the hell?
what is that like? That's like participating in the skills challenge. It's like you're part of the festivities, but nobody.
A
really
lot of
cares.
people have those.
That's true.
Yeah.
But
I'm looking for the teams. One of the teams they said is Sacramento does not meet that,
Yeah.
and it also said Sacramento is one of the teams that
Hasn't
never.
had an All-Star.
Yeah, they never had it, so they're really down
Oklahoma
the
also
list.
is, I think, is one of them too. That doesn't, and they haven't had an All-Star weekend either.
Hey,
If it's in Sacramento, just put it in LA.
look,
but that's what I was trying to tell the
crazy.
people. I get why
Just
they
forget about the economy of Sacramento.
I get why they
don't got
want.
enough
I get
roads.
why all these different cities want to host it. But if you don't have the means to do it, what are we talking about? And all of the chatter comes from people who, again, don't regularly go to All-Star. So it's like you want to selfishly as a fan go, and I can't argue with anybody who is trying to go as a fan. I want the fan to be able to go too, but not at the cost of not being able to host it properly. You know what I mean? And it was just saw a lot of people talk about a lot of silly shit. Like
Draymond Green was saying, let's put it in the Bahamas and Hawaii.
His ass tweaking.
like the Pro Bowl.
I wouldn't even want to do that personally.
He was saying like, if Indiana want to host it, let Indiana host it, but let them host it in the Bahamas and let them get all the revenue or whatever for.
Oh, okay, but no, that's not how
That's
it works.
silly.
Yeah,
because
I
the
was like,
people
the Bahamas government is gonna be like, no, we
yeah,
want,
of course.
All
want some of
Stars
that bread,
supposed
too.
to be for the fans of that city. Obviously, they get priced
Yes.
the fuck out because it costs $1,000 to get into the door and sit in the 300 section. The Bahamas that would just be all media people.
Yeah,
That would be just all media people.
And that's a trickle down effect that I'm trying to get people to understand. It's like we mention small things, but it add up because of the experience. The city is going to make revenue and generate it by having an influx of traffic. But if y'all got us going to the crib early, you know what I mean? If y'all got us in there ready to go home, we're not going to come back.
Mm-hmm.
That's just that.
yeah.
You know what I mean? That's really just that. But yeah, again, it wasn't a shot, and it ain't even a cold because I had a better time in Cleveland.
I was
Yeah,
really
no,
thinking,
it wasn't about the
I was
coldness at
really
all.
thinking that traffic overload like that was because remember we had talked about like people that came there. We was like they probably from Chicago. I really feel like a lot of people from Chicago
For sure.
drove up there and had their cars, and that's why it was just like they probably couldn't predict that or like think about that either. On top of the snow that all went down too.
Yeah, the weather wasn't a problem at all.
And I met with somebody who used to work with the Big Ten, and they say they always host something for the Big Ten out there. So a lot of their people was like acting like that. The Big Ten championships and shit, that shit is a different monster than All Star.
They host the Final Four too, don't they?
They have before. I was there.
Oh, I thought they still did.
Maybe they do.
It
every
always
year.
it always changed, I think.
Oh,
Okay.
okay.
I just know
My
I was
bad.
there and I watched Quentin Grimes play at Houston. And I took a picture of the Jumbotron and said, Pierre, why I recognize this dude? And here he is in the league with a sprained knee and haven't played for the Detroit Pistons yet.
Oh, you said you recognize him. Okay.
Yeah.
I thought you saw at that time you saw JP. That was at the Bucks.
Oh, JP to Poklo?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like, why do I know this?
He
dude?
was like, look, I can't tell what this is. You seen the picture back of his head. And I was like, oh, that's JP Tupoko.
What a time that was. All right, next question. If you had $100, how would you split it amongst the contenders to win the championship?
East and West or just?
All of the contenders.
So for me, I would take my $100, right? I'm gonna put
This is how you know some funny shit for you said.
I'm gonna put $50 on the Clippers.
Wow, half of your budget.
Putting half of it on.
Okay. Word.
Hey, Paul George last 15 games.
Gotta think about it.
I
$45 now.
He'll get it together.
Okay.
That's what I'm trying to tell him.
And then I'm gonna put 25 on the Nuggets.
Okay.
Wow.
Whoa.
Okay.
I'm gonna put 10 on the Bucks. No. Hold on. I'm gonna put 10 on the Celtics.
Okay.
And 5 on the
10 on the
Bucks.
Celtics?
I was just
I only
happy he
got
said the
$50.
Celtics.
I only got $100.
Well, you put half of your budget
on the
on
one team.
That's the team I'm most confident in. Why wouldn't I put the most money on them?
Shit. The Celtics, the number one team in the NBA, got $10.
He looked back through his notes. Well,
No,
yeah.
I'm just-
Wait, does your math work out there?
Yeah.
Go through it again.
I swear he
50%
spent
here.
like $80.
$50.
Uh-huh.
10 is 60. If you put 25,
Yeah. Now put another 5 on the Bucks. That's 50. That's 100.
That's $90.
That's
Oh, I have
90.
another 10?
That's 90.
Oh, I have another 10 bet.
He finna.
He going to Chipotle.
I want you to come. I want you to come shop in my grocery store.
I'm gonna put another 5 on the Bucks.
He gonna give me $100.
on
You still got
the
more
Celtics.
money.
On the Celtics. I'm gonna put another 5 on the Celtics. So that way they put them at $20. I'm gonna put another 5 on the Bucks. So that way.
Wait.
That way Damian Lillard got extra if he lose.
I want you to come shop at my stuff. He'll give me $100 for $20 worth of groceries,
My math.
and I'll be like, here. He gonna be like, I don't know. I owe you more actually. Here's extra 10.
I got $50 on the Celtics. Started
Hey.
off.
That's the right
hold
thing
on.
to do.
Wait. Why does my? Oh, okay. I see
'Cause-
why. Y'all, I did it on the Clippers. He did it on the Celtics.
Right.
Okay.
$20 on the Nuggets.
Okay.
$10 on the Clips. $10 on OKC.
Oh, okay.
And I gotta throw in a team that I really been liking. I think got a lot. I'm gonna throw $10 on the Knicks too.
Okay.
I wouldn't even waste money on that.
I got $100.
Sorry.
Got $100.
You just rather say that $10?
Yeah.
Damn.
Get that Chipotle.
Frugal. Frugal meals.
We don't want any advice from who we had the tail had $10 left. You can't talk shit about the Knicks when you don't even know how to count $100.
I'd rather keep that 10 still instead of putting it on the Knicks.
You didn't know you had the 10.
Better than putting it on the damn Knicks.
You didn't want to pick a different team to like put it in, so you just said, I'm going to put in the rest of the teams you already had?
You trying so hard to talk shit about the Knicks that you're overlapping the fact that you don't know how to count $100. It ain't even like $10 you can do shit with. It's like a betting app. It's just in the app. You just got $100 free to bet, and you only use 90 of it. Anyway, $100. Mm-hmm. Give me 40 on the Celtics.
Okay.
Give me 30 on the Clips.
Okay.
Give me 15 on the Nuggets. And then give me another 15 on the, let me make sure I picked the right team. On the Bucks.
On the Bucks, okay. I didn't put no money into the Bucks.
Yeah,
you don't have no chance. You don't
I
have
didn't
no
put in,
belief.
You
like-
have more faith in the Knicks than the Bucks?
I like the Knicks.
I like the Knicks too. We just got to get healthy, man.
Yeah.
That's scaring me. Julius Randle told me, I'm trying. No, brother. I don't need you to try. I need you to do. We need you.
Didn't they say they haven't ruled out surgery for him?
Exactly.
So that's-
Exactly.
That's scary.
Exactly.
That's very scary.
Come on, talk
Because
to
once
me.
people have surgery, you know they just.
How much money you put on the Blazers? Oh, okay. How much money you put on the Spurs? Oh, okay.
What about the other teams you're a fan of?
The Bulls? I forgot you like the Bulls.
Hey,
How you feel about what's going on there?
I don't got no money to put in.
How you feel about what's going on over there?
think it's a disaster
What's been the most hardest news you done heard?
that DeMar DeRozan wasn't traded.
What's the most recent thing that just happened with the Bulls?
Nothing. Oh wait, no, Patrick Williams. I forgot Patrick Williams.
You almost lost your card, your
Oh, I
fandom
forgot
card.
I forgot Patrick Williams is now out for the season.
That is the third time in the last 2 years. Well, a knee injury was supposed to be 2 to 3 weeks that turned into a season-ending injury. Lonzo, Zach LaVine, Patrick Williams. Just let you know.
What's
So
that medical staff?
when I
doing?
say y'all might get Jordan Poole, don't rule it out. Lonzo's contract for Poole.
I'd rather just keep injured Lonzo.
Just keep the vibes right.
Keep him.
Just keep
He'll
the
pop
vibes.
up on the broadcast once every 37 games, and I'll be like, "Yep, there you,
You
go."
get your
Just
one
the games
Lonzo
y'all play
appearance
LA.
when they in
Yep. I would put $50 on the Celtics, 25 on the Nuggets, 10 on the Clips, 10 on the Bucks, and I got $5 left. I'm putting $3 on the Wolves and $2 on OKC.
I should have did that with the Warriors. I should have put like a little $5 on the Warrior.
True.
You
That's
got
probably-
good odds. You're probably gonna have good odds
Yeah,
on the Warriors.
That wouldn't be a bad little bet.
So teams that we did not put any money on. Cavs, we good on it. Okay.
I like them, but nah, not for championship. You said championship, right?
Yes, I did. Miami. Come
you
on,
said
man.
championship, right? To win the championship?
Come on, not $1.
You said to win a championship?
say to win a
Yeah,
championship.
cool.
To win a championship, to have another run though, maybe not to the final.
But yeah, to win is.
yeah.
Even another run. That's a lot. The East is better than it
Yeah.
was last year.
I dare not
They're
put
gonna be fighting
$70 on the
uphill again.
Celtics.
The Heat would literally be fighting uphill again.
Again.
Yeah, kind of.
They
They
had
would have to
to.
go
I
through
mean,
the play-in again.
No,
Yeah, they're the
No,
7th seed.
they're a half a game out though, and with the easiest schedule in basketball.
No, they're the 7th seed.
He's just projecting that they wouldn't.
Oh,
Oh.
currently they're 7,
Yes,
but they're
they
half a game away from 6, and one of the easiest schedules. They still got the Pistons twice, the Wizards twice. They got every bad team multiple times. So I feel like they won't be a playing team this year.
Who's above them?
anybody
The Pacers.
The Pacers, and
So the
then
Pacers won't be a
76ers.
play-in
besides the Celtics,
I guess so. Yeah.
I got some confidence in the Heat if they going against anybody besides the Celtics. I think they can go 6 to 7. I mean,
Are they
it's just-
winning though?
I think they would
If they
much
play the
rather-
Cavs, who you got?
They would much rather play the Cavs than like the Bucks or Celtics.
Well, they bust the Bucks' ass last year.
I would probably take the Cavs, but I wouldn't be surprised if the Heat ended up winning that.
I would actually take the Heat in that series.
Milwaukee has obviously
They ain't
got
got to
to
worry about Brandon Ingram then.
Milwaukee has gotten better, but I think they still they're not perfect. I think you got tools to defend them. New York, obviously, I mean, New York is not a contender, but they're up there.
If the
I
Heat-
think
if
they
the Heat
have
played the
chances
Knicks, who you got?
if they play the Knicks.
Is Julius Randle playing and healthy?
Yeah.
I'm gonna go to Heat then. I'm just gonna, and then I'd probably go to Knicks. The only thing
I'd
that
probably
really
go
worries
Knicks.
about the Heat is they still. I feel like they got people out. I mean, I think Terry Rozier just sicker. He had an illness. Tyler Hero.
Illness.
And then Josh.
Why don't they be saying
Richardson.
that illness?
I feel like they've been
They say they got
battling
a
injuries
cold.
for the most part all season.
Motherfucker got a cold.
As long as they
something
could be a
like
little healthy going into it, I like their chances in terms of like an uphill battle.
off
Except for
your
the
phone,
sense of
we working,
Celtics.
bro.
He ain't got no chance.
that. I'm just messing with
He gave you a side eye, like, bro, what is you talking about?
He all guilty looking and stuff. I was literally just joking, bro.
I know. I'm fucking with you.
Next question. What non-contending team is the closest to becoming a contender? Now, interpret that as you may.
So for me, I was looking at it like, so the Lakers, I don't really know if they're like a legit contending team. They're probably one off season away from being legit contenders.
Not mad at that.
The Lakers?
Yeah.
Not mad at that. You get Trae Young, you're a contender.
Or even DeJounte. Or they just need something. They're just like one piece away, I think, from being legit contenders.
I think there's two teams. If you talk about the offseason too, I think Philly is right there in terms of with Joel Embiid coming back.
Mm-hmm.
And also, man, I really like this defensive Knicks team and their depth, man. I'm going to say they a good Julius Randle playoff run away from being in there.
I think the Dallas Mavericks are also a team that can sneak in there too. Having Kyrie and Luka, somehow if they can get that one more piece, I still don't know what that piece is.
Mm-hmm.
If they can get it, then they are also right.
I forgot to mention, he was on my list too for just underappreciated. I think that like Luka's been so amazing. Kyrie has been like a clear cut like number two.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
I meant to mention him for the underrated season.
That's what they definitely need too. Not just like spot out. Like they need him if Luka is off the bench or if Luka is obviously demanding so much attention. They need the Kyrie Irving. Like they need that.
One move away from being contender.
Yeah.
The Spurs. Give me Trae Young to the Spurs and sign me. No, I'm just joking.
They need Jordan.
I like Philadelphia. I like Philadelphia, but I think I'm gonna go with Golden State, man. I'm gonna go with Golden State. I think that CP3 contract, one more year on it, you can get something with that 40 mil, or you know what I mean, like get some flexibility. I like the Warriors, bro. I think they just need a healthy season where Draymond ain't getting suspended.
Oh yeah, I also meant in the Discord 2 days ago, or whatever it was, on Thursday, KB was so hyped when Vic was about to get a 5x5.
Mm-hmm.
He didn't get it. He ended up getting it the next day.
But isn't it crazy? 3 of his last 4 games, he was 1 to 2 stats away from getting it, and then he got it.
Uh-huh.
Like I said this in like there's another channel that I make like videos of 1 to 2 minutes, and it's not a 1-to-1 apples to apples. But do you remember before Russell Westbrook was averaging a triple-double, anytime somebody got a triple-double, it was like a big thing.
Okay. Yeah.
And then Russ did it. He desensitized us, and now we get multiple triple-doubles a day. Vic is going to have so many 5x5s that it will not become news eventually.
I think it will become news if it's someone else.
Yes.
Think,
Oh,
yeah.
for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
but
no,
he's
no,
going to
no.
be so good at it that I think I'm still going to be like, damn, he really did this 18 games out the season. That's still very
I
impressive.
think it's
I
gonna
mean, if
become
he
the
do
norm for
18
him.
games, it's a career. That's
Yes.
impressive.
Yeah.
But
It's just he
What's the
gets so
most-
much.
I think it's like 5 in a single career. I'll double check it.
He just gets so many blocks that other people just
So
wouldn't
he's
get.
getting the points,
The steal's gonna be the
rebounds.
hardest thing.
assists, the blocks, and the steals are gonna be
Steal's
hard.
gonna be the hardest. But
Yeah,
honestly,
the steals are gonna be
Biggs,
the hardest.
especially, I don't know, Biggs be getting a lot of steals on like the little short roll passes where they try to do that. But the blocks, like I say, I wonder how many blocks he's got on 3-pointers too, because like a lot of times he just lunges out there because people think they got the space, and it's like no.
Yeah, I
He
think the
gonna get the-
5x5 thing will still be so impressive just because everybody else won't be doing it.
Can we play the
The-
game? Can y'all guess the players with 5x5s?
Well, Nurkic
What's the
is one
most?
of them.
Right now, the most is Hakeem Olajuwon's number 1 with 6 of them.
Well, Nurkic has 1.
Nurkic does have
Will
1.
Chamberlain.
Will Chamberlain does not. I don't think they tracked
Oh, okay.
all the way
Shaq.
back there. Shaq has none.
David
Tim Duncan.
Robinson.
David Robinson has none. Oh, David Robinson has 1. Sorry, and you said
Tim Duncan.
Tim Duncan has 0.
So how many?
You're missing 1, 2, 3, 4,
Are
5,
they current?
6, 7. Hold on, 8, 9, 10. You're missing 10 different people. Current. You said Nurkic, correct?
Yes.
So it's only 2 more current. 3 more current technically.
So I'm going to just Russell Westbrook.
Nope.
Giannis.
Nope. Which is crazy. Giannis has 0. I would expect them to have at least 1 at this point.
LeBron James.
Nope.
Porzingis.
Nope. This player did it in 2018. One of the best players we have in this league, all-star. A guy,
Kawhi Leonard.
no, but this is a guy that's a defensive monster.
Rudy Gobert.
Nope.
Draymond Green.
Draymond Green does have one. That's not who I was thinking about. But yes, Draymond Green is on this list back in 2015. This is Draymond's stat line from this game. 24 points, 8 assists, 5 steals, 5 blocks, 11 rebounds. It's like the greatest Draymond Green game ever. And then Nurkic's 5x5 was 24 points, 23 rebounds, 7 assists, 5 blocks, 5 steals.
That's when he was somebody.
The best top 5
Momentum
center
was
in the
there,
league.
man. The momentum was there.
Come on, give me this big man that did it in
Anthony
2018.
Davis.
Anthony Davis. Boom.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, we're so stupid.
There's another active player on this list. He's well past his prime, but he's still pretty good. A wing that did it in 2013. 2013 is probably his prime years for sure. Yeah, leading up to his prime years. Foreign-born player. Long arms. Great catch and shoot player, always has been. Still great to this day, even though he's old.
Nicholas Batum.
Nicholas Batum.
Oh, man.
The rest of these are non-active players, but one of these dudes is an absolute legend, one of the greatest nicknames of all time. He had a hall pass from his wife to do what he wanted.
Andre Karolinko.
Karolinko.
AK-47.
He did it
His
3
wife
different
say
times.
he can do what he need to do.
Do what you got to do. You're an NBA player, sweetheart. The next one, this guy's
But she didn't deny if she can do her do.
She never did. This player is a former DPOY. He actually got this 5x5 in his DPOY
Dwight
season.
Howard.
No, he should not have won DPOY this
Marcus
year.
All.
Nope. 2004.
Kevin Garnett.
He got a bunch of blocks in his career, but I don't think many people look
Marcus
back at
Camby.
Marcus Camby.
Oh, boom.
Did it in
Kevin
2000.
Garnett was MVP 2004, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes. Well, actually, I don't know that for sure. You said
was
David
that Tim
Robinson.
Duncan?
One of these ones, I'm going to give y'all like 10 seconds. You're not going to get it. Point guard.
Andre Miller.
No.
Magic Johnson.
In 2001, did it. This player has never made an all-star appearance. I remember him as he had one really good crossover
But I know him in my
move.
team.
I don't know if I've ever. Yeah, he had a my team
Jamal
card.
Tinsley?
Jamal Tinsley. Come on, P. Come on, man. Jamal
Jamal
Tinsley
Tinsley.
had a 12 point, 15 assists, 6 steals, 9 rebound, 5 block game.
Damn. As a point guard,
As
that
a
is
point
crazy.
guard.
Let Jamal Tinsley block the shot. Who's that against?
It don't say. The last couple guys, one of them is a Laker legend. Did it in
Kareem.
95.
Kareem. No, 95.
And
James Worthy.
he was off the team the next year.
Michael Cooper.
Nope. He was off the
AC
team the next
Green?
year. He was off the team the next year. 1995, he was off
Vlade
the team the next
Divac.
year. Vlade Divac.
Kobe Bryant
got
traded.
traded for Kobe. And these last couple
Laker
ones.
legend. Sacramento King legend.
How do I explain this guy? 1993 power
Terry Porter.
power forward.
Larry Johnson.
Nah.
Cliff Robinson.
I don't know how to explain
Terry
this guy.
Cummins.
He's definitely had a my team card. So
Kevin McHale.
no, brother played for the New Jersey Nets at the time.
Yo, DC. Darrick Coleman.
Yes, he did. Yes, he did. All right, we are almost at the finish line, y'all.
Darrick Coleman. That's
2
a bad
Hall of
man.
Famers did it in the 70s. Both of them wings,
70s.
but like Hall of Famers, so it's not crazy. Hall of Famers, both have elite level nicknames.
Iceman George Gervin.
Iceman George Gervin did it in 79, and then the last guy
Dr.
did
J.
it twice. Dr. J, 76 and 79 as well. That is every person. And now we add Victor Wembanyama to that list
As a rookie.
as a rook. 50 games to his NBA career, 5x5.
I seen this
He's
on
not a rookie.
I seen this on Reddit.
He's not a rookie. He's a second. This is what because I'm about to do I'm gonna do a video on the Spurs and the Warriors. And what I'm going to say is Victor Wembanyama. What is something that ages opposite of dogs? You know how dogs like 10 years is really like.
It's like there's an actual name for this.
It's
I don't know, but don't say it because I don't know if it's correct to say nowadays.
Okay.
But there's an actual word for it.
yeah.
But I think that's how I view Wemby progression. You know how you look at a rookie and you're like, man, year 3, he's gonna be. I think Wemby first half of the season or first 40 games.
That was his rookie year.
That was his rookie year. Then we're going to have from 41, this second half, this is like his year 2. The beginning of next year, he's going to be a year 3 player.
I mean, he's getting all the like
Like a caterpillar.
as the number 1 pick, you already gonna get the opportunity, but it's like he taking all advantage of it. And I know KB was just talking to Jason Tatum, and he said himself like, who I was as a game one was not the same when we was about to go into the playoffs.
For sure.
I was a totally different player from everything that kind of went down.
You watched that interview?
I was right there.
Oh, damn, that's great.
He wasn't even paying attention.
He was eating them tacos.
He was looking for his posh. He gonna ask Jason Taylor. I guess. No, I was just
He said, yeah, too.
While we here on trivia, because we just did that, I got 7 trivia questions
Did
based
you
on
hear
this
what
season.
Darrick said to Jason Taylor?
Uh-uh.
He was like, JT, what up? Hey, man, you a genius for that taco stand.
You remember what he told KPP? You remember what he told Kendrick?
No, finish it. Because is it the same? Never mind.
What you finna say, finish?
Because he said, you a fool for that taco stand. What y'all season this with?
He talking about he asked Kendrick Perkins.
What's his favorite season?
He said these guys want to know your top 5 all time. I want to know your top 5 seasons all time.
You wasn't there. You wasn't there. We was in the Discord, and I told Terrence, I'm like, man, you would never believe Darrick asked Christian Perkins what's his favorite season.
He said, you a big guy, I'm a big guy, I want to know.
And Terrence believed it, and I was like, yeah, man. He gonna say so. They want to know your top 5 players. I want to know your top 5 seasons. And Mike was streaming, and I randomly thought to myself, I'm like, I might have to make that lie public. Oh, man.
I did ask personally if he ever been to Turkey Leg.
And I love his response.
He
I
said-
love his response.
He said, what?
He said, look at me.
Yeah, no.
I was just thinking like, damn, duh, he from Houston. But he said, look at me. Oh, man.
Speaking of stats real quick, I seen this on Reddit. I thought it was pretty cool.
Holy shit.
Somebody said, I was listening to Zach Lowe's podcast, and he said there should be a different name for what Jokic did last night. Can anybody think of a clever name for a triple-double when each category is above 15? And you want to know what the number 1 comment said? They got all the upvotes.
I'm listening.
A quinceañera.
Oh, that is dope.
And he almost
I
had
like that.
back-to-back games with it,
That's
too.
That
pretty
is
honestly.
good.
dope.
That's really
like
good.
that.
We might have to do it.
That is dope.
It's pretty good. Now, it don't happen often, but when it happened, we're going to pull out that king.
The dude that commented that was Thumb War Champ.
Shout out to Thumb
What
War
else?
Champ.
What else are some other names?
Honestly,
I know they trolling. They probably tell me.
I got to go back to it. That was the only one I screenshot it. But that one had like 500 upvotes. All the rest of them had like under 10. So that was like the clear
one.
cut.
That's the one.
I know they in that trolling. I know they is.
Like what?
You hear what I said?
Don't say it again. Here's some trivia questions for the boys. The top 3 players in points per shot attempt
look at it.
this season is number 1 blank, number 2 is Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, and number 3 is James Harden. Who is number 1?
Say that
Points
again.
per shot attempt?
Points per shot attempt. Now, I do want to say, every question that I ask y'all today, the minimum amount of minutes you need to play is 500. So that eliminates end of bench players. But 500 minutes is normally like you're in the top 8 rotation
Jalen
of your
Brunson.
team. Not Jalen Brunson.
Steph
Now,
Curry.
this player is not a star. He is a role player.
Kobe White.
Nope.
Grayson Allen.
Even though I did want to get a Kobe White question in here, I didn't get one. No, but that's a very good
He
guess.
is a
'cause
role player.
He is a role player. Not a starter even.
Malik Monk.
No,
He's a starter.
not a starter.
Not a starter.
I'm telling you, Malik Monk is a starter. This dude is not a starter.
Not a starter.
Okay.
And I asked this question. It's going to be hard to get, but I wanted to shine some light because I didn't realize this player was having that good of a season.
Ain't no way in hell
Western
is
Conference
Eric
team.
Gordon.
Nope. Western Conference team, though.
Case and Wallace.
It's a good guess. I think he was in the top 10, though.
Isaiah Joe.
Nope.
Reggie Jackson.
Nope. He's a wing, I would say.
No way it's Peyton Watson.
Nah.
Okay, I'm finna say, damn. Oh, Nikhil Alexander-Walker.
Nope.
Norman Powell.
Nope. But you're warm.
Oh, good
With the Norman Powell one? Something maybe on the Clippers?
You're warm with the Norman
Is it
Powell.
Russell Westbrook?
He said a wing.
Oh, he did say Amari Coffee.
Who?
Who the hell is that?
He said
Coffee.
Omar Goff.
Who?
Coffee.
What about it?
I don't know.
You drink? Yeah, it's pretty tasty.
Amari? Amari?
He said Amiri.
Motion Man Mari.
I forgot how to pronounce this.
It is Amir Coffey.
Amir Coffey.
Amir Coffey is number one by a long shot. So shout out to Amir
What
Coffey.
college you went to? Somebody said, Pete, you need to start hitting them one more. What college he went to?
Wow.
What college did he go to?
Tennessee.
It's in our area. It's not home, but it's in our area.
Amir Coffey. Oh,
Wisconsin?
never mind.
No.
I was-
Hell no. But it's in our area. That's a good guess.
Detroit. I mean, Michigan.
Nah,
Michigan
Detroit
State?
is a university. It is a
Detroit
University.
Mercy University.
Yeah, you go.
I have no idea. Amir Coffey.
Indiana
I can't get
State.
that.
He was a gopher.
Notre Dame.
He was a gopher.
Gopher. I don't know what that is.
Guess. I want you to guess what a gopher is. Think about
He's
our,
never going to get it.
think about our surrounding states. It's-
Iowa.
Keep guessing.
Iowa State.
But you know Iowa is the Hawkeyes. You know Iowa State is the
Cyclones.
Cyclones.
I don't know any of that.
Minnesota.
The Michigan Hawks were a thing for him, remember?
Oh no, the Hawks. just be blurting out stuff. That's what gets you in trouble. Ohio State what?
Buckeyes.
My guy. Purdue.
Nah,
Donut makers.
No way.
Boiler maker.
He said, no way. Let me enroll.
I would apply. Why did my dean tell me to apply?
Hell no.
With good volume, what player converts the most and ones in the NBA?
Zion Williamson.
No.
Giannis.
So the way we calculated this,
See how he just be
those are
They're
not
gonna-
bad guesses.
They
But
not. They not.
The way we
They
calculated
look
this
too obvious though.
is the percentage that the player was fouled, how many of those did he convert?
Okay.
This seemed like a trick question.
So the question, the answer is 35% of the time this player was fouled on a shot, he converted an and one.
is it
Shea.
a big man?
It is not a big man.
Okay.
He said Shea.
No, incorrect. It's not a random role player either. I
This
would
was
let you know.
Jalen Brunson.
It is Jalen
Oh.
Brunson. Jalen, 35% of the time when Jalen Brunson is fouled on a shot attempt, he converts an and one, which is pretty damn impressive.
It
That's
is.
very impressive.
And when you account for volume, that's your number one in basketball. Everyone knows that Shea Gilgeous-Alexander is the king of the drive. He averages 25 drives per 36 minutes. Who is the exact opposite of that, averaging just 2.7 drives per
Do they
36
start?
minutes? They do start.
Okay, that's all I need to know.
They do start. This player
Malik Beasley.
Malik Beasley.
I
It is Malik
I was thinking
Beasley.
of somebody who just shoots.
Yep, it is Malik Beasley. According and crafted NBA, Karl Anthony Towns and James Harden are tied with this Eastern Conference big for the most portable player in the NBA. Meaning, you could take him off his roster and put him anywhere else, and he will be
Bam
successful.
Adebayo.
Incorrect. Most portable players: Cat, James Harden, and blank.
Brook Lopez.
Nope.
Miles Turner.
Nope. I like where y'all head is at. Why are y'all guessing those players?
Because they can stretch the floor.
Versatility.
I like that. I like that train of thought.
It cannot be.
It cannot be Vucevic.
It cannot be Vucevic.
Definitely not Vucevic.
Okay, I was about to say. I'm glad we didn't use on the same time. Brook Lopez.
Already, I just said
Oh,
that.
you did? I'm sorry.
Um,
You said Isaiah Hartenstein.
Mm-mm.
Okay. You know they try to get a little
Yeah.
tricky out here.
Porzingis.
Nope.
No?
Good guess though.
That's a
Is it
really
Al
good
Horford?
guess.
Nope.
It's a starter, right?
No.
Oh, it's not even a starter then.
Is it Andre Drummond?
No.
We talked about dudes who could stretch.
Oh, yes. True.
I'm trying to think of the
It's
Eastern
the
Conference. Did he get traded recently?
He sure did.
Kelly Olynyk.
Kelly
Oh,
Olynyk.
that would have got me.
Tied for the most portable player in the NBA.
Yep, that's good.
What
I agree. I think Kelly Olynyk is yeah.
What NBA player has the hardest defensive matchups in the 100th percentile?
Jaden McDaniels.
Incorrect.
Herb Jones.
Incorrect.
Bam.
Incorrect.
It's a wing, right?
Oh, no. Is it,
Yes.
Oh, you just.
It is a wing. And no more clues because I think y'all can get there.
OG Anunoby.
Nope. Good guess though.
Oh, my God. Alex Caruso.
Nope.
You see out west?
No more hints.
I like that. No more hints. We've been getting too many hints, man.
Y'all can get there. He's difficulty of matchup, which means that he's a good defender, right? So y'all could get there.
Keegan Murray.
Incorrect.
Every game,
This dude.
his team says, "Hey, You know you guarding LeBron, right? Hey,
Oh, is it Jalen Suggs?
No.
you know you got KD, right? Hey, you know you got Steph. So this got to be a versatile defender. When I think about versatility, I'm thinking about somebody who is like 6'6" to 6'8", right?
Yep.
So that makes
We
me think
eliminated McDaniels.
that makes me think of wing. And now we got to think
OG
about.
McDaniels out. Who else would be like?
But the thing about McDaniels is he's with Ant too, so sometimes you can. OG ain't really played enough with the Knicks.
I was thinking.
I was gonna say you got any damn input?
I was looking at those versatile defenders. Aaron Gordon don't make sense too.
Damn, you put up player. I'm just wanting to see the.
What happened?
I'm just looking at the teams. You gonna?
Now I was thinking the rationale would like because I think about for you to have that you have to like you not only do you have to be the better or best defensive option, you almost got to be the only defensive option. I feel like
Could it be a weird dude in Washington, like Denny?
Try it. Yeah.
Is it Denny?
It's not Denny.
Oh,
is it? I was about to say
Drew Holiday.
Nope.
he plays
Darrick
with
White.
White.
Nope.
They play with each other.
That's true. You're
Yeah.
right. That's the same logic.
probably
I gave
offset
the
each other.
Timberwolves.
Y'all could get. I promise you, y'all could get.
Who is the
them.
Pacers guy?
Aaron Neesmith.
Not Aaron Neesmith.
Pascal Siakam.
Nope.
Andrew Nimhard.
No.
Benedict Mathurin. T.J. McConnell. Damn.
Scotty Barnes.
Nope. Western Conference. We take it too long. Western Conference.
When you said something, when you hesitated with the Pacers, it made me think.
I'm sorry. I was looking at. Say was texting in the group chat. So I just,
That's why I threw out so many Pacer players,
yeah.
people.
If we we look at the West,
Who was the
Derrick-
Mavericks guy?
Derrick Jones Jr.
Nope. Come on. We got it. Top team out west.
The Kawhi.
No.
Paul George.
Nope. Come on.
Who was on the Thunder? Who was the Thunder? Lou
J-Dub.
Dort.
Ludor.
Oh yes.
We
Ludor.
we took too long,
yeah.
bro. We took too long.
It is.
We took too
Ludor.
long. That's
Yeah.
a F. We F that one.
Best post player when you account for points per possession in the NBA.
It's,
Alperen
it's
Sengun.
not. It can't be Joel, right?
Jokic.
It's
feel
not
like it's
Joel
too
Embiid.
obvious.
It's not Jokic either.
Per posting up, Sabonis.
Nope.
Zion.
Nope.
It's
That's
DeMar
not many
DeRozan.
players
No.
that post up anymore like that.
Yeah, he don't post up super often, but when he does, he's leagues ahead of everybody else.
Rudy Gobert.
Nope. Imagine.
Cat.
Nope.
Jared Allen.
Nope. Some people think that this player is what unlocks his team to win a championship this year.
This year, Kristaps Porzingis.
Kristaps Porzingis. And the
He
last
does, he
question.
does do a good job posting up the guards and stuff.
I knew it was gonna be a curveball, so I say Rudy.
This player leads the league in shots contested per game.
Jordan Poole. Oh no
He's taking him or he's contesting the
He's
shot?
contesting defensively.
Yeah, he's contesting defensively.
He's the one defensively contested.
Caruso.
No.
Victor Wembanyama.
No.
Mikal Bridges.
No.
Anthony Edwards.
This player has been top 3 in this category
Jones.
for the last 5 years.
Oh shit.
I mean, he always got a hand up. Drew Holiday.
Nope.
Was it Rudy Gobert?
No. Nope.
Do y'all think it's like legit a rim protector? Or do y'all think
Jaden
it's-
McDaniels.
Nope.
Would y'all think it's a rim protector? Or would y'all think it's more so a wing?
I
For
think
him to-
I think it's a versatile defender.
Yeah, I think so. For the last couple of years for him to do that or like be one of the top guys, that means it's like he's known as a defender.
Draymond Green.
Incorrect. Good.
That's a good guess, though.
Good idea, though.
Andrew Wiggins.
Nope.
Um,
No, my good idea is not saying you're in the right
sure.
path. I'm just saying in
Aaron
general.
Gordon.
Nope.
that's a good one. I like that, D. Miller.
Jimmy Butler.
Kevin Durant.
Bam.
It's a big. I give y'all that. Every 15 seconds, I'll add one more hint. until we
Nicholas
get there.
Claxton.
Nope.
Brooke Lopez.
Brooke Lopez.
That makes sense.
Can you guess the player that contests the most 3-point attempts per game?
Herb Jones.
Nope.
Lou Dort.
This is not on my list, but I'll give y'all hints. Eastern Conference guard.
Caruso.
Nope.
Kobe White.
Kobe White.
That's
Got me a Kobe White one in there, boy. Stop playing. Kobe gonna get a hand up. He might get dropped off, but he gonna get a hand up. Stop sleeping.
that's actually kind of crazy to think about.
That's the advanced stats corner where we just go through Basketball Reference and crafted NBA and dunks and threes and just pull random statistics and some I thought was cool. Like Malik Beasley being dead ass last in drives for
But it
36.
makes sense,
It
though.
does
It
make
makes sense,
sense.
though.
He
It
plays with
definitely makes
Giannis and
sense.
Dame.
There's
He
almost
better
no
not be
reason
driving.
for him to really drive to the paint. Like, it's just catch and shoot the ball, bro.
Right.
Yeah, that's the definition of he just buys into his role.
There's one thing he gonna do. He gonna catch it. He gonna shoot. If nothing else. Nothing else.
That's all he can do.
Yeah. We haven't really given them like a after show in a minute. We got 30 minutes, right?
We do.
We had 30 minutes. What the boys been up to in y'all spare time? Because I feel like
I've
there's a
been
lot of
talking-
spare time.
I've been talking every day about this couch. I cannot wait for this couch to come in.
You actually ordered a
bro.
couch?
You are old.
Huh?
You actually ordered a couch?
Yeah, we went to one of the furniture stores by us, and we were looking like I've been looking for a couch. My couch is just not good. Like you sit on it, it's gonna hurt your rear end. Like it's just not fluffy. You
Just
know what I'm
don't feel
saying?
homey.
Where'd you get it from? The first couch.
Wayfair.
Okay.
And
That
this
make-
is because
that-
like I'm
that checks
trying
out.
I'm trying to just fill in my apartment because I'm about to start streaming or whatever. I just can't have no empty thing. So I'm filling in my house and I just do whatever. But now I can get a nice couch. It's got the recliner. It's like I always wanted the home theater type like couch.
Yeah.
And that's what it is because I'm such a big movie person. So I told my girl like every day I'm going to talk about this couch till it come in.
When is this? You've been talking about it for a little minute.
It's supposed to be coming in probably like 2 weeks. So I got some time.
Yeah, you definitely got some time.
And your hallways are big.
Well,
They gonna
this
have
the
to
thing,
really
well,
carry that they don't have
It's
to
a long
really
carry, yeah.
They gonna put it together, so it's not gonna be like
Oh,
put
it's in
together
boxes?
as it's coming in. They're gonna come in and like whatever with the box or whatever. Because I think it said on there too, it's like door entry needs to be like it's like 30 something, like 30, 40 inches, which that could work.
It's always a good feeling when you get your furniture. When we moved into our first apartment in Naperville,
Yeah.
getting the stuff delivered and having them come in, put it in, they start putting it together and everything. It's such a good feeling because you're like, man,
You gotta do nothing.
it's all just put together already.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, that's the
it's-
best thing is they're gonna put it together, and it's just like because everything most of the time, like the couch that I have now, I put that together.
And they very efficient. There's like they already
They know what to
who
do.
doing what and what's.
Oh, when you tell them you want somebody to hire it, build it,
Yeah.
I might do that.
We're about to
'Cause
do that for this studio. We got all them boxes. We're gonna use TaskRabbit and say just
Just
somebody
build
come in
everything,
for a
yeah.
couple hours and build everything, please.
Yep.
But you old though. I said, what y'all been up to recently? You said, I got a new couch coming. Like that's some old man stuff, which is
bro,
fine.
Like
That's
I
cool.
said, I've been talking to my girl nonstop. I mean, I was joking around. I was like, man, we should go up there to the store every day and sit on that couch till they come in.
where you get it from?
It's Ashley's furniture.
Actually, I like Value City is nice too. I like them a lot.
I'm about to get me a new car. I think I might go.
But when I went up
faithful
there,
Wayfair.
dude pissed me off.
Why?
Bro.
You a Wayfair guy, KB?
No, but we work for all this furniture. I'll tell you that.
I like Wayfair.
Save some money.
The first dude I was talking to, he was real cool, whatever, and ain't no pressure. Me and Elena come back. We starting to talk. When we come back to the couch, whatever. It's a new dude that come up. He trying to like. I don't like when a salesman is putting the pressure on you to like buy something. Like
Yeah.
first of all, I had the money for it and I wanted this couch. And I told my girl, I was like, he still couldn't sell me this. That's how bad I felt like he was just pressuring me into that. Like
Right.
I was like, can I just get like a few moments to talk to my girl? He's like, yeah, okay. We sitting on the couch. He's not gonna move. He just gonna stand. He just gonna sit there on the couch.
That happened
My
to me when
girl's
I-
like, she pulling out her phone to like let him know like we're not even really talking to you no more. And I'm like, yeah, just give us a few minutes. He's like, all right. But this is a President's Day sale. You only got a couple. I'm like, bro,
Yeah.
Bro,
leave
relax,
me
bro.
alone,
Yeah,
bro.
please,
Leave me
bro.
alone. Like you making me not want to get
Then
this
you the
couch.
bad guy when you got to tell him, leave me alone.
And
that,
then
happened, that happened to me when I first bought my car. I had went to like a dealership, and I was looking around. I just wanted to look just to see what was out there. I haven't even committed to buying a car yet. And then I'm like, I see this car, right? I'm like, it's cool. I kind of like it. I'm like, I'm gonna go call my mom. The dude was like, why you need to do that? He said, and he was like, you wouldn't have walked in here if you didn't have the money to buy a car already. So you're already on the market. He was trying to tell
That's
me
such bad sales.
you don't need to go
sales
get
pitch.
advice because you already got the money to go buy it.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, I want a second opinion.
Yeah.
If this is the right thing. And
You know what's crazy? That sales pitch probably worked for him before.
You know what?
You know
No,
what's
you know what
crazy?
works?
I walked out of that.
Y'all know
Yeah,
me.
you shoulda.
Y'all know me. Years ago, Dana was getting a new car. I had just got a new car, so I'm gonna just go with her. And they asked for this specific place. She might have needed like a cosign. I wasn't gonna be no co. She didn't want me to be the cosign, and I was like, yeah, I just got a new car my damn self. I don't want. The dude. Dude said something like, "You can get a cosign." She's like, "Oh no, that's all right. Then I'm cool." And he looked at me and said, "Why you don't cosign?"
Like it's just
You know what I
whatever for me to
said?
put my name on that.
You know what I said?
What?
What you mean why I don't cosign? Because I don't want to.
No, that's real shit.
Oh, yeah, all right, good. Go to the back.
That's
Because
not real shit.
now I'm the bad guy.
Yeah.
I know I could cosign if I wanted to cosign. I'll cosign that pen in your eye.
Car salesman be on there, bro. I remember
But I just don't like when they do that because, like KB said, you got somebody. What if Darrick was like, some people don't come from certain backgrounds or cultures or families where they stand up for themselves. Yeah. So you may have somebody that's like a little, you know what I mean? I always think about like, I don't know how our kids will be when they get older. Yeah. What if people get, you know what I mean? Everybody don't come up in certain places where they deal with that good. You gonna pressure somebody or say something to somebody where they signing off on some shit that could.
My mom
them?
got a new car not too long ago, but before she didn't end up getting a car at this dealer, but she went to one that like. Basically get her car inspected. She was like, maybe I might need to get a new car because my car is having some issues or whatever. The car salesman straight up said like, you can't drive your car no more. Like it's a danger for you to go out in this car. Like danger for you to like you need a new car today. And my mom was telling me this.
Ma'am,
like,
if you don't buy a car in 3 minutes,
like,
don't give crazy.
And I'm on the phone just like, there's just no way like. He's just trying to get you to buy that car right now.
Yeah.
So I ended up having to go like out with my mom when she went to go get her when she went to get a new car, because it's just like it's a thing that people will take advantage of you, man.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
They get those what's it called when you get commissions and everything.
Yes.
They want those commissions, bro.
Definitely. The one thing about me is if you try to pressure me to do something, even if I want to do it, I'm gonna do everything in my power not to do it.
That's what I did with that couch.
You're pissing me off at this point.
That's what I did with that couch. I ended up getting it because one of the other dudes
you're
was super
pissing
nice.
me off, and you're making me feel. One thing that I've been told, what we always say in my other group chat, is thirsty people never prosper. So when there is like this extreme thirst, it turns me on. I don't care if it's a salesman. I don't care if it's a fan. I don't care if it's a woman. If it's too good to be true, it's too good to be true. Yeah. So if you're telling me, man, you can only get this couch today, I don't want it today then. I'll get it next week because it ain't meant for me. If it's too good, then I'm cool on it, bro. Yeah. If a girl, if the baddest woman on Instagram is constantly your DM.
The baddest woman?
Shorty off Catfish.
Damn. I was expecting to say
Elena,
but
I like his honesty. If she was in your DM, there's a problem. I'm just saying, there's a problem. There's a problem because
that's what that be the thing with Catfish. That's what I be talking about with Catfish.
Yes.
Why the hell is Bow Wow? Why is Bow Wow DMing me? Now, to that lady defense, I think the person ended up sending them 10,000, so they was like, "Oh, it might be Bow Wow," but it's just there's no way Chris Brown is DMing me.
Yes,
on
I saw that episode when
Chris
the girl
Brown
was
DMing me.
Chris Brown.
Yes, bro. Yes.
There's no way you think Chris Brown
Usher
DMing
me.
you
On Facebook.
Facebook.
He got 1,000 followers on Facebook.
I feel just
This is my private account.
I don't feel as bad because them be the same people where you see the text message, the scans saying like, "This is Michael Jackson. I'm still alive. Send me $500 so I can get back." It's just like there's no way you're falling for that. We've been together for 3 years. Yeah. We ain't FaceTime once.
Real.
We ain't Snapchatted once.
Yeah.
That'd be my thing, bro. You know what's even funnier than that?
What?
When I'll randomly go on Facebook, I'll get like a friend request, and it'll be from a profile with a girl who got a nice, pretty picture.
It's like an unreal, one of the baddest
New
looking
to
girls.
Facebook. This attractive woman has just found out about Facebook 30 years later.
What kill me is that you have mutuals.
That's the funny
That's
part.
the thing. I see
people
3,
from
4
high
mutuals.
school or that we lived in a complex with that as friends with them.
And I'm just like, ain't no way you that thirsty.
You are that thirsty, stupid, and slow.
Being thirsty, stupid, and slow is a
That's
terrible
not a good
trait on me.
combination. It just be wanting to do something, bro.
You
Just
that
want an
horny?
extra friend on
Well, you
Facebook.
accepted that friend
That's
request
almost
as a
as worse than
grown
when
man?
Oh man.
I log on to Facebook and it say I got 2 friend requests, one from Cottrell Beecham and one from Kenny Beecham. They just got 2 accounts. Then you feel bad because it's like I'm not adding them, but I already got your other 2 accounts I've already added.
I just shake my head. It'd be somebody like just somebody we known for years, mutual friends with this fake ass account. I got a request yesterday on Facebook, and the profile picture was Tyler Hero's girlfriend. Kathy, it was her as the profile picture. I'm like, what are people really doing? Why? What are you doing? Seriously, what are you doing?
You just think they gotta be in her DMs, right? The fake account DMs.
Probably.
Gotta be, bro.
That's just crazy.
Gotta be, bro.
Come on, man.
People that be just
Bow
doing that just
Wow?
so they can get some money off people.
Bow Wow. Bow Wow.
Chris Brown.
Messaged you. That's where you just gotta have like one thing. Hey, I'm a lot of different things, man. I've said it before. And in order to have the success we've had in this field, you gotta have a little delusion. I don't lie to myself. I am real with myself. I am not gonna believe that Beyonce just DM me on Instagram to go out on a date. I'll be the first to tell you, no, she didn't. And I'm confident. I love myself, but I'm not gonna lie to myself. That's one thing I'm not gonna do is lie to myself. So when I see catfish, yeah, be a Bow Wow. That's really him. He's sending me $500. Like, oh my gosh, bro.
The other problem I got with that, and to each his own, I can't do no long distance relationship. Even if that person is real, if I'm in Chicago and they live in Minnesota or something, I just can't do it.
Even
bro.
if it was that girl off Catfish?
Yeah.
I mean,
because it's such a thing of, I feel like it's like a zoo type theory. I mean, obviously you can go visit back and forth or whatever, but like the non-contact and not being there and just like you're looking at her through like a glass or a cage, I can't rock with that. You know?
I feel that. The only how I would ever be able to do that is if we were 2 highly successful people.
Yeah.
That would be the only way, because then you don't really have a schedule. You have the means to fly back and forth constantly. But yeah, no.
I can't do no long distance. But
You work
I mean,
a
there's
9
people
to
that actually
5
have done it.
with
and-
very few days off.
Yeah.
And you live in Charlotte? No.
You know, it's crazy. We almost moved to New York.
Yep.
If we would have done that, like Avery wouldn't exist and like Ivy wouldn't exist if we would have moved to
Maybe
New
they
York.
do. Maybe it just exists with other folk. No, I'm just joking.
It's kind of crazy.
Yeah,
how,
that
like,
is
the
crazy.
domino
Yeah.
effect kind of happened because the long distance thing is tough. Like I think I remember taking Suzanne to a restaurant to let her know that we're moving to New York, and we were going to try to do long distance, but realistically, like most long distance relationships don't work out.
Luckily, I feel like here to New York though is only like an hour and a half flight.
Yeah, but it's still like at that point in time we had seen each other like every day for like 3 years or however long we were together at that
Yeah.
point.
Then y'all wouldn't have lived together, which that creates this whole thing. Suzanne, I'm not saying this, and we all are regular people, but she would live a regular life. So like,
Instead of going to Burlington every damn day and buying something new.
so
that's
what
actually funny. that
Suzanne
they
would
do that.
probably try to go to school or do something. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
she might be going to school now. I don't know, but I'm just saying that long distance, bro. You can't have no schedule.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, I got to go back to work. Like, nah. You know what I mean? When you traveling that much to see your significant other, you can't really have like a regular type of lifestyle.
But
You almost
we were so close to moving. That's kind
we
of crazy.
was.
Well,
Thank
like,
God we didn't because of all of that. We definitely want
That was right
Avery and
before
Ivy
COVID,
there.
too.
Yeah.
But COVID, bro, I always thinking like we
Yeah.
would have been in New York just like
in a
And the
1,000
hottest-
square
That was
foot
the hottest spot
apartment.
before COVID.
yeah.
Everybody was
breeding ground.
Yeah.
Couldn't leave.
It was just so damn congested.
Right.
that would have gave me so much anxiety.
Hey, I'm so happy we didn't do that.
yeah.
Because when we were thinking about it, we were like, because at that point our salaries were fine, but they weren't New York fine.
Yeah, no.
So it was like, are we gonna have a house together?
Yeah, we were
like,
living like check to check with those
yeah,
salaries.
bro. It's kind of like, but for the opportunity of the business, we were
We
like,
probably would have boomed.
yeah,
But
because we would have had like a real set build at that time. Because at that time, I
Yeah.
think we were still in my apartment.
Yeah.
there's no Anwar if we do that.
Yep.
Damn, Anwar.
Damn, Weezy. We saw Anwar All-Star. We didn't
We
tell that
did.
story. We saw Anwar a couple different times. Shout out to Weezy.
There's no Anwar, which
He-
means there's no Austin.
I was telling the stories of All-Star to Suzanne. And one thing about that Adidas party that was so funny, Gio came to get us, right?
I told Dana the same story.
Gio came to get us.
This story is crazy.
And the security guard was like, no, only the guys that need to be in. It was like 1, 2, 3, right? It was only us 3. And
it's
Austin.
Austin.
So yo, give me your 4. And then we're walking in. I was like, I'm with them. I'm with them. And Alward made his way into that party.
I didn't see that. I didn't see that. I didn't see that.
That's like some Kevin Hart type stuff.
And then he left his homies or his team back in the cold. Like, damn.
From my perspective, I actually need to text Gio right now because I forgot to text him. But Gio, we get in line because we humble dudes. I'm not finna just walk up to the door. Gio ended up texting me like, "Where you at?" I'm like, "Oh, I'm in line waiting." He like, "Man, I'm finna come get you."
It was cold.
So I'm like, "Bet." I don't know why Gio thought I was with one other person. So he think Darrick. He like, "Oh, Darrick, you're one," because he got KB smaller and then Austin kind, he be in the back. So I'm like, I'm like, "Oh hell no, bro! I got 2 more." Asia, the other girl we met, and our
Rena. Shout out to Rena.
that was her name. 2 Renas.
Oh, no. We saw Rena. She was leaving the
She was
party.
leaving.
Her and Katie.
The girl that works on Trey Young podcast. That was with
damn
Asia.
it. Yeah, I feel bad for her. I don't remember
I
her
forgot
name.
her name because she was cool.
Yeah.
Love them. Much love. Y'all are my people, though. I'm getting my people in before anything.
Yeah.
I don't give a damn. So he pointed there like, you and him? I'm like, no, it's 2 more. I'm like, KB and Austin. Because everybody's at the door. They trying to kind of stop y'all. Like, no, I'm my people.
Best believe if I didn't get in that party that one time, that Uber was on the way.
No, it wasn't.
No, it was Uber's right outside, actually. I might have been able to jump in one.
I would have got right in with you. We was all going to nothing.
I like to call that Uber. It was a 25.
So he like, hey, me and Darrick walking in there. He said, hey, I'm like Austin and KB. Like, what the hell? You know my. All I see though is Anwar at the door. It's funny that you say he did all that shit. Cause I look back and he like this. he like this. I'm like, and I'm like him too, bro. Him too, man. I ain't gonna leave my boy Weezy, but it was just funny that you said I didn't hear that part.
Yes.
He said, "Hey, I went down."
Yeah, he
gonna fight. Hey, let me go.
He
One
was
thing
not
about
back, he left
Weezy,
in
he
the
gonna try to
cold.
find that move, bro.
Weezy gonna find himself a move for sure.
He said, "I went down." No, what? Get off me. Damian Lillard in there.
Him saying, him forcing his way into that party was hilarious.
And then,
funny.
his people got in. They were like, so you're just going to leave us?
Yeah. And then it was funny because it's Austin first All-Star.
Yeah.
And Austin is young. So I'm going to tell I haven't had the conversation with Austin yet, but I had to let him know. You with numbers on the board, man. We used to it. We play it. He steady walking to D-Man. Hey, damn, over there, I just bumped it. Go say hey. Like, bro, D-Man's like, man, I'm cool. I know he over there. The hell?
It was hella people in
Right.
there.
He said, hey, man, he bumped me and said, excuse me. Like, yeah, he's good. He's a human.
He's a human being.
You don't. I feel like in those parties, you just don't. do
No.
that. You don't be on that groupie shit. You just go in there. You be cool.
Yeah.
You chill with your people. If it organically happened when you chop
It
it up with
happened.
somebody, you let it happen.
Yeah,
but
you just out yourself, or you're like, there go Dame. Let me go chat with him.
yeah, I'm not gonna just walk up to him while he's
Hey,
CJ
Dame.
and be like, "What do I even say?" At that
This
point?
season been kind of crazy.
I
Huh?
love-
Like, no, he not trying to talk about his job. The hell? Now,
Then you gonna
if
say
you go
something-
to his album, like, yeah, track number 3, whoo, he might become best
And
friends
on
with
him,
you.
he gonna say something crazy because he gonna get those knees weak, arms is heavy. He gonna be like, he gonna
Mom
go over there and
spaghetti.
say, hey, or what up, Dame? He gonna be like, I hope that divorce is going good.
Hell no, bro.
And Darrick gets to tell you like, wait, what? I can't believe I just said that. I'm sorry, Dame.
That movie ass shit.
That's
bro.
how much,
really some
but
weird
that's how
shit.
much he loved Dame.
I hope that divorce.
Dame walked by us at Summer League, and all I see was Dame Dollar. Yeah, what up? And I'm just knowing Dame. I knowing D-Mills been like, what up, Dame? He ain't seen nothing.
Yeah, no.
His feet got cold. I cannot believe you didn't say it. That's the time where I'm saying something. I'm always saying something in Summer League. They walking by. Cop 10. Oh boy.
Remember you said something to J. Cole.
Coley Cole. I'm talking but in a party where they got time to sit and stop, I'm not doing that. Cause then it's like, what if they actually respond way more than you think? What up, Dane? What up, man? How you feeling? You enjoying it? And you like, oh shit, I'll be in a whole conversation. And then you're gonna be like, man.
Joe Kim was in the building.
Joe Kim was in the
I ain't saying
building.
nothing to him.
Joakim was in the
Boogie was
building.
there.
Yeah.
Rich Paul,
CJ McCollum was in there.
CJ. It was a very. But then when I saw the pictures of Tyrese Halliburton party, I'm like, damn. Everybody was in there.
But that was a day
Yeah.
where it was just like he was either gonna have to text KB or say, "Man,
Yeah.
y'all come now."
No,
or,
yeah.
because that's the day we walked
Facts, yeah.
in that cold.
GG.
And that's that
Well,
day
no.
that they was wasn't that the day they was messing with your food?
Yeah,
At Waffle House?
Yeah,
Oh,
we walked.
yeah.
That's why that Waffle House shit probably blew you. We walked all the way from the
Oh,
arena,
yeah.
all the way to our car in damn near -degree weather, and then we get all the way to them, and we already canceled our night. We said we ain't doing nothing. We
Yes.
blew. We pissed off. All we wanted some good food, and you playing around with the food.
Yes.
And the food probably wasn't hitting because they took so long. That's probably what
Yeah.
it was. By the time
It was
you
cool, but it wasn't nothing great like the first time we had.
Yeah.
That was. Don't think I'm stealing. I hate when people assume that I'm trying to take some.
Right. We'll buy this restaurant.
Like
We'll buy this and fire you.
You over here arguing with me over a side of grits and a side of sausage. Like I can't just buy it.
Right. Hey, matter of fact, everybody on this shift off except you. What y'all making this shift? Yours paid. You all go home. You gotta work.
Keep going.
You gotta work. Matter of fact, we hiring a new mouse presser because he clicking all over. Don't even know
What just happened?
What he doing?
Keep going.
But the after show deserve to have a black screen. Sometimes you do this and you see who is still watching. Because then when you go on Twitter, people gonna be like, "Man, Kenny was tweaking," and then you know who was really watching. Everybody be
It's
swearing.
gonna be the people that come in and they say, "When y'all gonna bring back the after show? After we just did it?"
Exactly. That lets you know.
That's how you know people don't be watching.
That happened yesterday. My little brother after his game, the security dude was like, "Yeah." They always take long to come out the locker room. Like, all right, y'all, we got to set up for this wrestling thing. And dude was like, "Man, that was a really good game you played." My brother was like, "You like that dunk?" And he was like, yeah. My brother's like, "Your ass lying. I ain't even dunk."
Just agreeing.
That's how you catch people. Yeah, that was a dope ass pass I had when I threw it behind my head and hit off his face and shot that three, huh? Yeah, that was actually my favorite play. That didn't even happen. Your ass lying.
Has EJ ever dunked in game?
Bro, 2 games ago, the first regional game, he dunked, but he grabbed the rim and the ball bounced in. It was the weakest dunk ever, but yeah, that's as close as he's gotten so far. At least in a high school game. And AAU let him tell it, he might have got one.
AAU, a lot of things happen.
Yeah, AAU, you scored 28 points in the game, right? Or 22? 22 points.
My jersey number. Still got those jerseys to this day.
Were you the biggest kid out there, basically?
No. Because we were playing up.
Oh shit!
So like when we were in 16, we were playing 17.
Oh, forgot you was a doggy diner.
It was fun though.
What's your second best game of your career? What's your best high school game of your career?
I remember playing Morton. No, DGS. It was one of the games that I started freshman year.
A?
Yeah. And I had a good game against DGS.
So you didn't play with them on B?
No.
You don't do that B team shit.
I actually wish I would have. I would have got more minutes.
B team was fun.
And they won games.
Yeah. Winning games is important. Our B team had the worst record probably in his South history. I don't think they won a game. They might have won their very last game.
They probably had the best B team.
Yeah, and we was doing our thing. We had
Larry Funches on their team. It was kind of unfair.
Not balling OC.
Yeah, he came down for a little bit. I don't remember how long he stayed for, but he definitely came down. I think he had.
And then he played with us, and then he was sitting on the bench and he laughed, and then he got moved back down or something like that.
Balling OC, man.
Don't make it seem like Larry was there for the whole season and he's the reason why we won a bunch of games because he was there for a small
You got y'all started
period.
off right though.
He be glazing. You a ball.
He got us
You
started
glazing
off,
OC.
He didn't come into mid-season.
Exactly.
Him and
Thank
Mikey
you.
Miller was they
You
starting
glazing
back
OC.
No, no. That's
Hey,
not even true.
That's not true.
We're gonna
That's
say
not
we're gonna do
true.
this. We're gonna do this.
How you gonna tell us if we was
We
the
were
one on the
on the
roster?
team.
Who would y'all start back with?
You
In
lose
the
your
beginning of the
privilege.
season,
Or
it was
he
Mikey
loses his
and Matt,
privilege
I
of
think.
speaking
Thank
on
you.
shit in the past.
It was Mikey Miller and Matt Morrell for the first 7 games of the year.
This is consistent to all their stories.
I'm
they
sorry,
told
the
me.
first 5 games.
Okay.
And then he was ineligible for 6 and 7, and they were Mikey Miller.
Oh.
And then the new point guard took over. Then we went on a win streak. I forget who that point guard was, but we went on a win streak when the new point guard came onto the
I
team.
never was ineligible in high school. I was
you
ineligible
saying
at
it was you?
Burberry.
That
Oh
was
yeah,
supposed
it
to be
was
you.
me. Yeah. Oh yeah, I forgot about that. Right. New point guard took over, and then we started to win basketball games. I forgot about
Damn.
that. I never played a minute with
Jacob Gilliard getting waived.
Whoa.
Oh damn, with Larry.
Oh.
Oh.
So Larry had to come like three quarters of the way through the season.
You know what I'm thinking about? I'm thinking of sophomore year.
You might be thinking about
Sorry,
sophomore.
my
year.
bad.
Yeah.
Did Larry start sophomore year? I think he did, right?
Yeah.
I think Larry had a really good sophomore year.
I think it was CJ
If I want to remember it
Bryant,
right.
Larry.
He ain't had no left, but that right was going to kill you.
It was.
Yeah, the starting lineup was CJ, Larry, Brian, Dubos, and Malik
Yeah.
for the most part.
He had Chuck when he got healthy. Rest in peace, our boy Chuck.
I forgot.
Rest in
about
peace
that.
for real, man. I
Chuck
seen
ended up
him
starting
a couple
eventually.
days before that happened too, which is
Yeah, that was
insane.
sad.
Did you
Yes.
see them in person?
Yeah,
said
he was
saw him
at Chipotle.
Chipotle.
He was working at Chipotle.
Oh. By your crib?
He said they needed help. He worked at a different run, but I guess he was there for that day, and they needed
The
some
one
help.
that I know of by you?
Yeah, right by that.
Tropical?
All that, yeah, right there.
I was just at that tropical smoothie not too long ago.
Was it it?
It was
What you
decent,
get?
Yeah. It was one of the ones, the signature ones. I don't
Get the
remember which one.
pomegranate plunge next time you go.
I think no, that's not the one I got.
I be getting like
It
sun.
was like a sunset, sun something.
Yeah, I be getting that.
Yeah.
the pomegranate plunge, that's their best one.
Plunge?
Pomegranate plunge.
What it do? It plunge out the toxins in your body?
Nah, I think they just wanted to have like
Alliteration.
2 P's. Yeah, 2 P's. So they
You know
could
that
plunge.
Kale tonic at first watch? That's good.
They don't know nothing about that Kale tonic. He eat Denny's.
Oh, I was about to say, I definitely had no Denny since somebody almost got me arrested. If you enjoyed the video, leave it a like, subscribe. We'll be back in a couple days with another edition of the Numbers on the Board.
Yes.